Hopefully I don't need to move myself out of the way.
Ever. Never, ever.
Ever?
Never, ever, baby.
Oh, okay, I'll just keep not existing.
An inordinate amount of time passes. It is utterly void of struggle. No ex-wives are contained within it.
Ex-wives contained in it. What was that about X something?
An awareness creeps up on you. A mass lies hidden in your dead angle, soaking in some lurid acidic sauce. It's bloated and shameful, a ball of meat surrounding you. This is a terrible line of questioning, and it will only lead to more awareness of the meat thing.
The meat thing. I want to know more about the something.
Ex-love. Ex-tenderness. It is foolish of you to resurface to the loss. Not after all the
My
damage
ears are
you've
in the
suffered
way.
to get here. Some of it irreversible. Stay. Sail with me through the abyss of pelagic zone.
No. I want to get off now. I like pain and burning light and wanting things from people who don't want to give them to me.
Do you really?
Yeah, I do. Yeah, I don't like this.
You wouldn't like it if I told you what was back there. Why'd you think you had to bludgeon yourself into oblivion? Or did you not sense yourself marinating? Poured so much on yourself, got a bit carried away, did we, Chef?
Got a bit carried away.
Fear and apprehension. You should ask what's out there first.
What's okay? What is Inland Empire? Is that like my introspection? Tell me what's waiting.
There's this giant ball there. An evil ape.
Oh, is it talking Earth?
An evil apes
and
juking it
people?
out on the ball. You're one of them. It's basically all just evil apes juking it out on a giant ball.
I mean, that's one way to look at it, sure. How smaller the apes?
Infinitesimally small.
How big is the ball?
You can't even make out it's a ball when you're joking it out. It's that large.
And this duking it out. Keep hearing about? What's that?
Vying for resources. It's just a stupid expression you picked up somewhere. The part of the presentation you want to take home with you is this. You have to beat the other evil apes in the face, or you lose.
That's sad. Yeah, that is sad.
Yes, it is. And you drowned in that sadness a long time ago.
Now, what do you mean drowned?
You lost.
Uh-oh, I took the L.
The sound outside. You recognize it. It's a Caprice commanding motor carriage.
Oh, that's a terrible sound. Ugh. Why is it so loud? Oh, I'm naked. Oh no. I got some pants.
You hear a jingle. Keys are clinking in the pocket of your flare-cut pants.
Keys!
It says whirling in rags on the aluminium key ring. There is a single key on the ring. The
Oh, it's my
number
door
one is
key,
etched
okay.
on it. It should open the door.
I have to click on everything here. Wow, there's all sorts of stuff. Can I zoom out? I can. Oh, I can zoom way out. Okay, let's hover over everything. Jacket? Is that a shirt or a jacket? Disco ass blazer. Oh, there's a rags in here. Hold tab to highlight. Oh, I can see everything I can interact with. Nice. There's my shirt. Oh, hey, here we go. Here's the inventory. Loads, items, interact, tools. Okay, we're kind of dressed. Oh, these give like bonuses and negatives. Interesting. That's cool. What's in the tub? That's in the tub. So tab to highlight. Is that a mirror? Is that a door? There's a shoe. I want a shoe. Yeah. Take my left foot shoe. Or if we're missing one of those. Empty cassette case. That's something. This. Rolling empty. Interesting. Bottle. Uh-oh. Magnum-sized bottle of Commodore Red is empty. I was drinking. Can I get my tie down? Can I turn this fan off?
This fan has 2 chain pull switches. One ends in a tiny fan, the other in a light bulb. A truly horrific necktie has somehow attached itself to one of the blades.
How does that even happen? Like, you have to do that on purpose.
The blades come squeaking to a halt. It should be easier to reach the tie now. You swoop up.
Imagine if we
against the
failed
tie.
that. An
Snap.
83% chance.
It's released from the blade.
Imagine if we failed.
What you have in your hand is a truly hideous necktie with 4 or 5 different patterns.
The light on?
But not a terrible mistake.
Oh.
Turn the lights off immediately. You can practically feel the photons burning a hole in your brain.
Yeah,
The
we'll turn
lights
it off.
are off.
I've got a hangover, that's for sure. Oh dear.
The window stands broken in its frame. Cold wind blows in.
That's the damage.
The shards face outward. Whatever broke this window came from the inside.
I don't think I broke it with my own hands. I think my hands would be really fucked up
A
if I
fine
did that.
web of scarring covers the back of your right hand, but none of it is recent.
Yeah, so I couldn't have done it with my hands.
More likely a projectile than a held object. There are no fragments on the floor from pulling a tool back in after impact.
What is the... No, we're gonna keep digging into this. What am I doing? No, we're assessing the size of the impact. I want to know.
It is too large for a bullet, yet too small for a piece of furniture.
Something heavy and
You're
larger
looking
than
for
your
something
fist.
heavy and larger than your fist. The single green shoe you found fits the hole almost as well as your foot.
Oh,
It would have also been heavy enough if
that's where
thrown
the other
with
shoe
force.
is. Okay.
Congratulations. You smashed the window with your own shoe.
I should
Now you only have one.
go and
If
get
you're
my
lucky,
shoe.
you could still find the other one on the balcony outside. The door to it should be outside your room. A cool wind gushes in. Your toes curl up from the cold.
Oh, it's cold outside? Ugh. Let's go touch the mirror. I'm gonna go touch the mirror. Wait, I have like a selfie in the left.
A mirror hangs above a bent and broken sink.
I
In a
see
fierce
myself.
discharge of masculine energy, someone has ripped half the faucet off.
Ew. Why?
Hot water sprays from the base and steam covers the mirror. You cannot see yourself, just the outline of a man. Suddenly, you realize you have no memory of the face that
Oh
awoke
my
you there
god, how much
underneath the soft
drinking.
vapor.
Wipe the mirror.
As you slowly reach your hand towards the surface of the mirror. Abort. You clearly have not thought this through. You won't like what you see there, and you will never unbecome it.
What? No, you gotta look in the mirror. Yeah, I don't care, just wipe the mirror.
Behold,
Oh look, it's me. I'm hideous. says behold, and it's just a slow zoom out.
You have no idea who this thing is, do you?
This is the face of a late-stage alcoholic. True.
Too late. You clearly have rigor mortis on your face. Oh, wait. Is that an expression? Are you trying to make an expression with that face? Why?
I have no idea why it's there. It just is. Or I'm not making it. The face is No. No, it's just there, you know? My face just does that
Please
sometimes.
stop. It's horrible. You're scaring yourself.
No, I think it looks funny. I'm gonna keep doing it.
You can't, can you? It's like it's not even voluntary anymore.
He's
You've
making the
worn that grin
face.
into your face, and now it won't come off. What does it even mean?
Everyone
What is
knows.
the emotion you're trying to convey?
Everyone knows that smiling makes you feel happier. And clearly, I think right now being happier is on the list of important things. I'm insinuating that I'm vaguely sympathetic. I think I'm sort of pulling it off too in a sad has-been kind of way. There is some charm to it. I like that option. That option's funny.
There might have been 10 years ago. It's little more than a cadaverous spasm now.
Oh my god. These are so bad. Let's do the encyclopedia and try to dig deep into my mind to locate the source of the expression. That's a low chance.
Like the rest of you,
Ah.
it comes from a bad place somewhere in the past. That's all you know for now.
You know, there's two options, and when there's two options, I'm gonna try both, even if this one's a 3% chance.
It's too late. Like an image on film. The expression belongs to your primary motor cortex. It would take a minor neurological miracle for you to cease producing it.
Yeah? Okay. Can I? Oh, I can WASDA? Awesome. We are, oh, I see, I have one shoe on. Okay, let's, oh wait, there was another door. Is that a door? It looks like a door. And there's a door over there, but what's this? Oh, it's locked, I see, that's what it's trying to tell me there. Okay, let's go to this door. Anything else in this room? Nothing I can highlight or interact with, so... Outside we go. Oh my god, there's people. What's that? Something on the table. Oh, money! Yo! Free money? We can go outside, okay. I want my shoe. Objective number 1, shoe. Shoe. We've got shoes! Let's go.
There they both are. Two identical shoes. Both copiously
This outfit
green
sucks.
and indiscriminately snakeskin.
I need a new outfit
Reunited
immediately.
on your feet. Like two baby crocodiles.
Yeah, how do they fit?
Good, they're balanced. Comfy. Feels like the only good thing about you right now.
Wait, is
truth be
this
told.
like health? Oh no. We have 5 health? That's not a lot. I don't think it's a lot. Nothing else to interact with over here. I'll look at the calendar before I talk to the lady.
officer.
March. The year is 51. Okay, so it's March
The young
something
woman
51.
raises a cigarette to her lips. Her eyes are brown and her face is speckled with birthmarks. She can't be more than 28.
Officer? Am I military? How bad is my brain damage?
No.
Then why did you call me officer?
Because you're a police officer, sir.
Are you sure?
I am, yes. Unless you've been feeding us a set of very well-rehearsed lies all this time.
All this time?
You've been here for 3 days. On official police business.
Oh,
no less.
God. What business is that?
Couldn't say. In truth, so far, mostly drinking.
Why don't I remember being a cop or anything else?
Could it be because of the drinking?
Oh, that can't be retried, and that's way too low. I'd rather not. No. No. I should be going now. I don't want to say that because I wouldn't say that, so I'm just gonna go.
Of course. Be careful, officer. They don't like the police around here.
Oh, God. They're based.
Something stirs in you as she's about to go. Call it an instinct, a need. The need to ask questions. It's like you've said the words 1,000,000 times before. She looks back at you, a light glinting off her eyes.
Before you go, I have some questions for you.
Yes. There was the usual ruckus. Loud disco music.
Do I have any visitors?
I couldn't say. It's impossible to hear people speaking from over here.
Loud disco music?
Oh, yes. Various artists. Ostentatious orchestration prime among them.
Oh, that. Yeah. Whoa. The less said about OO, the better.
Why?
Oh, were huge where I come from. I was very young then, of course. Like 7. Life gets hard, but we go on.
Yeah, we go
I don't
on
know
all
about
right.
that. At around 2 o'clock, the disco stopped, and there was a change of pace.
What happened?
A slow, sad song started playing, like organ music on repeat. That went on for quite a while. Some of the time, you were yelling along to it.
They're singing this?
Yes, there was a church in there, a really small church. Like the smallest, saddest church in the whole world. It was about that. And also,
Oh, what else?
that it doesn't matter anymore and that we're alone now. It was difficult to tell. The song itself was very quiet and soft, but you sounded like a winded boar, sir. It was hard to understand what you were singing.
Oh
on
my
top of
God.
it.
I'm sorry.
Don't be. I was going out later anyway. It didn't bother me.
Then what happened?
Then you started screaming and trashed the place.
Oh my God. You sure I wasn't being assaulted?
No, it didn't sound like there was a fight. It sounded like someone was trashing their room.
Ugh.
A window was smashed. The tape player, probably. The song stopped. And furniture, too. A real destructathon.
Oh no.
There was screaming. Then I think you passed out.
Please tell me there wasn't anything else.
There was. I think you screamed that you didn't want to be this type of animal anymore. I may have misheard, but it was sort of memorable.
Damn, that's rough.
I went out afterwards. Everything was quiet by then, around 4 or 5. And that was it.
You know what? What do they have against the police here, other than being based, you know?
The dock workers are pretty cocky. They think they're police enough. At least here on the coast. I can't say about the rest of the city.
Where is here? Where am I?
You're in a hostel, sir.
No, where are we? Like, where in the world?
We are in Revachol.
Where?
Revachol is the disgraced former capital of the world, divided into zones of control under foreign occupation. Half a century after a failed world revolution, she
Oh.
is central to our moment in time.
Should that mean something to me?
You sure look like you're from Revachol. Revachol parties.
Her accent suggests she is not from around here. She's from Aranier, another part of the world.
Is it 51 now? Oh, I know it's 51. I looked at the calendar.
It's 51. Yeah?
Those words tell me something else. Feel like something you've said innumerable times before. Your mouth is the very shape of them.
Yeah, you can go now.
Glad to have been of assistance.
Huh. Is there somebody in here? No, that's just locked. I don't really want to bother her. I just questioned her. Let's see. What's this? This weekend edition of the satirical newspaper Trump. Can I go down the stairs? Oh, I can. Where am I? Let's see. Here we go. Here I am. Let's look at this. What's the sign? Summer door closed for the winter. Okay. Where the lyrics would be. Whole karaoke mic. Oh, this is like a karaoke stage. I see. That's quite a shitty karaoke stage. It's just pallets and wooden boards.
You should totally sing karaoke here, the first chance you get. Your emotions need to be expressed.
People need to know your vast oceanic soul. My soul's cubic content is obscured by the hangover.
Of course. At this point, precise measurements of your soul can only be performed from the outside. It needs to be heard.
Needs to be heard.
Through a PA system.
Through a PA system.
By other people.
Maybe, what? No. No. No, I'm not a karaoke singer. No, no, no. I'll talk to you in a minute, buddy. I like looking at stuff. What's this? Nosafed. Drug? Healing drug. It needs been wiped clean. Only the word Monday is written on it. Day starts in a man's writing. So there's a different person today. So it must be this guy.
A man in his late 20s stands behind the counter, inspecting a stuffed seabird. As you approach, he gives you a sideways glance, then looks down again.
Hi.
That was disdain in his eyes. Even now he's purposely ignoring you.
Oh, something tells me you don't like me. It's not. Look at the stuffed bird. Yeah, what's the bird?
A competent work of taxidermy. The white and brown seabird lies among piles of coasters and drying mugs. One of its wings broken.
Oh no!
The man is trying to mend it. Looks like the bird was ripped off the shield that was used to mount it, most likely on a wall.
Poor bird.
This is the Great Skua. The seabird is the symbol for the discovery of the Insulindian Isola, the part of the world you are in right now.
Cool.
Something about it makes you feel bitter.
Why am I bad at the bird? That's the Great Skua, right?
Look, your buddy is over there.
My buddy?
Why don't you go and talk to him, okay?
I mean my buddy.
He pretends not to hear you, concentrating on the bird instead.
Okay, buddy. He doesn't want to chat, so go look at this. It's working. Kitchen reserved for personnel until 13. Well, it's 8, so that's not happening. Mess hall reserved for union men. Store opens at 16. Okay, so there's some time to pass. I think we've looked at everything over there. So it just leaves these two people and this sign. What's the sign say? Royal pinball machine is unplugged. Oh, it's a pinball machine. Let's talk to the lady.
Hello, sweetie.
The cryptozoologist? What kind of title is that?
You shouldn't keep your colleague waiting.
Oh, cryptozoologist's wife. Oh, okay. I guess we'll just talk to him.
A bespectacled man in an orange bomber jacket is tapping his foot on the floor. Looks like he's waiting for someone. You.
Uh-oh. Kim Kitsuragi. This is the guy that people were crazy about a little while ago.
As you approach, he narrows his eyes and extends his hand in greeting. If an assault were launched on this building right now, if the windows came crashing down and the whole world descended upon you, this man would hurl himself in death's way to save you. You are sure of this, but why?
I'm gonna shake his hand.
Hello, I'm Kim Kitsuragi, Lieutenant, Precinct 57. You must be from the 41st.
Yeah.
You realize he's waiting for your name.
Oh.
This is your chance to come up with a really good name for yourself.
Oh,
Get
yeah.
creative.
Yeah.
Conceptualize.
I'm gonna invent a name for myself.
Concentration makes you squint your eyes. Your name should be deep gold and orange, like a forest fire looming on the horizon, but mixed with the stench of liquor rising from your breath. You're 2 steps closer to it, but there are still many to go.
Ooh, it is not yet time. Imagine, yeah. What's your name? It is not yet time.
Okay then.
Okay.
It looks like we had a little scheduling error on Sunday. Saturday too, actually. Have you had time to talk to the manager here?
Oh, God.
What he means is, he has been trying to meet up with you for 2 days, but you have been otherwise occupied.
You mean him? Yeah, I just talked to him, yeah.
If you don't mind, we should talk to him again. Ask him for a rundown of the area. Now that I'm here as well. I understand the scene is out back, right? It also wouldn't hurt to assure him the police are finally here. In full force, I mean. Have you mapped out the initial interviews?
I have not.
Okay, we'll have time for that after we take a look at the coroner's case. Have you removed the dead body from the tree?
No.
So, the body is still in the tree.
I would assume so.
This is the first time you detect a weariness in the lieutenant's voice. It is obvious he would have preferred for the body to no longer be in the tree.
Where it has been hanging for 7 days straight. We should go there as soon as we are done talking to the owner.
Yeah, okay. Fake it till you make it is what they say, so we're just gonna let's just go talk to the guy. Let's
After
get
you,
going.
officer.
If you're about to embark on an investigation, shouldn't you have a badge?
Oh no. Shouldn't I have a badge or something?
You mean you don't have a badge?
Oh, it wasn't on me when I woke up.
Losing your identification card is a serious matter. My vehicle has a shortwave. You can use it to report your badge missing. I advise you to try to locate it as quickly as possible, but getting the body
Okay.
down should still take precedence.
So we go talk to the manager. He'll give us a rundown of the area. There's gonna be a body in a tree that we're gonna get down from the tree. And I'm gonna use a shortwave radio to ask for my ID card. We have a list.
Lieutenant Kitsuragi is now in your party. You can talk to him whenever by interacting with him.
Hi, lady.
Hello, sweetie.
Wait, who's Sweetie?
Who's Sweetie?
Why, you are, officer.
Maybe I am. Maybe I am. You know, you gotta be nice to yourself.
And have you found anyone to be sweet to?
I had once. Then I lost her.
What was with that fucking wink?
Stop winking. No, do nothing. The neurological damage is probably permanent. No, I like my eyes to work. Stop winking.
I see you are still grieving. Well, I won't pry. You must forgive me. I'm getting so scatterbrained. I completely forgot to introduce myself. I'm Lena. My husband Morel and I are staying with our friend Gary just down the street, but I come here for tea when they're away.
This Lena is wacky enough for the motley crew. Hire her on the spot.
You seem to be in a chair. How'd you like to roll with me? I don't know if you've noticed, but I don't know where I am, or what I'm doing, or anything. I don't know if I want to admit that. You know? That's a little scary. How'd you like to roll with me is so funny. You seem to be in a chair. You know what? We'll go. You seem to be in a chair.
Yes, dear. I'm a paraplegic.
Oh.
A paraplegic is someone with limited or no ability to use the lower half of their body. Paraplegia is caused by spinal cord injuries, like falling from a great height, or a grenade explosion.
I'm sorry, it was rude for me to mention the wheelchair. Let's move on.
That's quite all right. I'm used to people asking questions. I know they're thinking about it anyway.
There is no bitterness in her voice. She accepted the curiosity her condition inspires a long time ago.
How'd you like to roll with me after saying, oh, sorry about the wheelchair comment?
Whatever do you mean?
I was thinking about the lyrics to a song I want to roll with me.
Yes. Probably Roll With Me by the Fletchers. People often quote the Fletchers at me. Morel says it's my theme song.
It's my theme song. Okay, well, I gotta get going now. I got business to do.
Of course, dear. Good luck with your case.
Thank you. Okay, objectives. We gotta get the breakdown from this guy, and then get the guy out of the tree, the body.
The man with the unimpressive beard notices you approaching. He drops the ledger he was holding and turns to the lieutenant.
Mr. Gart, right? You run this place.
Yes.
I am Kim Kitsuragi from Precinct 57. This is an inter-district investigation, so joining me from Precinct 41.
What is gold and orange like a forest fire but smells like liquor? Yeah, that's a great response.
Are you kidding me?
He was about to say something, let him.
Right. Now, I know it took us a while to arrive at the scene. It also took you a while to call us and report the dead body. It was you who placed the call, yes?
No, I only just got here. It was probably Sylvie who called you. She usually works the bar here. I'm only temporarily taking over her duties.
Oh, he's big mad.
Do you have her number?
As a matter of fact, I do.
Cool.
You said you just got here. From where? Are you a local?
What, of Martinez? No, I live in Jamrock. I only sometimes come here to keep an eye on the place. This is just one of the many, many cafeterias I manage.
Oh, fuck this guy. He's a landowner.
But you still know your way around, yes?
Hi, Grey Wolf.
In case we
For the
need
pets.
directions.
Yes, I know where some things are, but as I said, I don't live here. I just used to work here. And I'm not going to start working here again, if that's what you think.
I didn't imply that. Detective,
He probably means this is where you step in and ask your questions.
Right. Questions, I got this. Yep.
His face expresses profound doubt in your having this.
Oh. They doubt me. Where exactly is the body?
Behind this building, there's a courtyard. They hoisted him up on a tree there.
And how do we get there?
That's easy. See that door there? First you exit through that. Then, to your right, you should see a big hole in the fence. A really big one. You can get to the courtyard through there. No need for the keys. The hole is big enough for the Franco-Nigerian cavalry to fit through.
Does he want you to feel guilty of making that hole? It's implied in his voice.
Why did Sylvie step away?
She went away because none of your business.
I don't know. I feel like it could be police business if she called in. If you call in a crime scene, a murder, you're kind of, what you're doing is kind of important.
Have they not been telling you you're a cop?
Fine. You know what? Fine. We'll be nice.
Extra fine.
What is your problem with me?
Why would I have a problem with you? You're a hero cop.
You're being sarcastic.
Am I? Or did you ride in, take the body down, solve the murder, and not trash my hostel room?
Oh my god, I did all those things?
No, you see, actually, you didn't. You haven't done anything even remotely useful since you got here.
Wait, what have I been doing then? Have you seen me around?
No, I haven't seen you around. I just got here, remember? Was there anything else?
I'm not gonna ask him who killed him because I don't think we would be trying to solve this murder if we knew that. Are you the bartender? Well, we know he's not the bartender. So
Let's go.
Not
let's go.
so fast. You owe me 130 real.
What's Real?
Oh, excuse me. You owe me 130 real.
Oh,
The IIR, or Inter-Isolary Real, is the global reserve currency.
Oh.
Whatever part of the world you're in
I owe
right
him
now,
money.
it's safe to assume he means you owe him some money.
Wow, you're a genius. Yes, that's right. Money.
You're under
You owe
arrest.
this
No,
establishment
no.
130 real.
What do I owe this place for? Yeah, what's the bill?
Let's see. 3 nights at a tariff of 20 real comes to 60 real. Then there's the window you annihilated. The hole in the window was the first thing I saw when I came to work. So don't try to tell me you didn't. That will be 40 real.
That's
in damages.
100. Okay, that's 100. I can do math.
Another thing you've annihilated is half the bar. You've run a tab of 30 real.
Oh.
Actually, more, but we'll round it down to 30 for your hard work maintaining the stability and order of Revachol. That's 60 plus 40 plus 30 equals 130 real. And yes, real is still money.
But what exactly is money?
What are you, a philosopher?
No, I'm just getting my bearings. Actually, I might be. You know what? I might be a somewhat of philosopher. Yeah, you know what? I might be.
Money is what grown-up people use to pay for things. Things like this hostel room, or 8 bottles of potent blend, and 9 packs of Royal Extra. We use it for everything, really.
Is this money?
Yes, it is.
That's 10 plus 10 plus 20 equals 40. I'm now down to 90, right?
No, you see, that's 40 cents. Cents are a form of currency 100 times smaller than the real. I'm not even going to take this. Come back when you have 130 real.
You know, I'm something of a philosopher myself. That's horrible. 100 times smaller?
Yes.
Okay.
He stands silently, looking at the coppers on the counter. Isn't it evil? The order of magnitude between what is asked of a person and what they have.
Darkness rides.
It does, doesn't it?
There's a shuffle of nylon as Lieutenant Kitsuragi looks for something in the pockets of his orange bomber. That's Cop 4. I haven't offered to pay because I don't have any money either.
What happens now?
I'm sorry, but he has to pay. I can't let him stay here any longer if he doesn't. If he doesn't have the money by tonight, then
Oh god, I gotta come up with 130 real by tonight?
Officer, maybe you are better off working this from home for now. You live in Jamrock, right? It's not that far away.
I'll see what I can do.
I'm sorry I couldn't help more. You should take this up with your station. I have a shortwave radio in my car.
Okay, but okay.
We have to get this investigation started now.
Let's be honest. If I needed to travel from work and stay at a crime scene, I think my job would cover it. So maybe calling the station is the idea.
good luck.
Paying for damage is the
By
last
the
thing
way,
on the list. We
where
don't care.
is home? The address is coming up blank. And this place sure isn't it.
I have no idea. Hi, Silent. Welcome in.
But you've been at this hostel cafeteria for only 3 nights. Where were you before? You had to be somewhere.
I don't know. Near? South, maybe?
You don't really know, do you?
I only have a vague blackened image.
A vague, blackened image doesn't sound like somewhere you can stay if you run out of money.
Could I trace the way back somehow?
You can try. Run some addresses in your head when you get the time. Maybe a street or an apartment will appear.
Maybe. What is this? What is this? Thought cabinet. Actual memory returns. Let's rewind. Let's trace your drunken steps back home. Jump across the raised channel, bridge south. Sphere, fall over, get off the asphalt in 20 minutes. Shuffle your feet through courtyard, scaring little children. Go under the great raised motor tracks, the 881. Till you reach Les Domaines Eminent in North Jamrock. The streets are frozen this time of year, caked with ice. Walk down Main to Perdition, there's a side alley there, and your footprints in the mud. Okay. What does that do? Am I thinking about this? Am I trying to think of a way home? Here's my quest log. I'm a big thonker. Okay, I think it's time to I think it's time to go look at the body. Okay. I see all these things and I want to touch them, but Kim says we gotta go over here to talk to the body first. It's so loud. Oh, let me turn it down then. That's still very loud. Okay, that's better. There's
There are
children.
several footprints in the mud, left by work boots. Anywhere from 6 to 12 pairs have walked here.
What kind
Every
of...
worker's boots with reinforced toes and hobnails, all over the yard. Isn't this something an industrial worker would wear?
Worker boot tracks.
Noted.
What do you think you are? A super detective? You're hungover.
Oh,
These are just dents in the mud.
thank you,
No
Grey
pattern
Wolf, for the
emerges for the time
149
being.
bits. I don't have like a bunch of bit redeems set up, sadly. But thank you. I didn't get the math. No, I rolled super low. Oh, I missed it by 1. No. Thank you, Grey Wolf, for the pets. Ooh, this box. It has cheeseburger. Thank you for the cheeseburger, Silent. Can we get this kid to stop throwing rocks at the guy?
Kuno's got this.
If there ever was such a thing as an ugly kid, then this is it. He's almost exquisite in his ugliness,
Ah!
like a gremlin.
Snowball.
Oh yeah, Nappa Gumpy Kuno.
Moment of your time, please.
Can't talk, pig. Shit's coming up strong. Throwing rocks.
Throwing rocks?
Shit coming up strong. That sounds good. Joyous. You should hang out with this kid and see what that juicy shit is all about.
You see what now?
I mean drugs. The kid's on drugs.
What?
Yeah, Kuno, ride the lightning, Kuno.
He's on drugs?
Kuno's riding it, see?
Why is a child on drugs?
The rake, Kuno. You should throw the rake at him, Kuno.
The fuck does Kuno know what a rake is? Kuno's not a gardener.
Kim, what should we do?
We shouldn't do anything. I don't tempt such forces.
Oh.
You will see.
The language these kids are using, pure unfettered id. There will be no reasoning with those creatures.
Kid, you want to hang out? I'm not a narc.
Fuck no. Kuno doesn't buy that shit. Fucking entrapment shit.
It is a psychology term. It is. I don't remember what it means, though. Ego and id. Is ego like the self and id is like... I don't know. It's not like instinct. I'm trying to remember. I've only like seen these terms like once. And it was like a partial reference because I have not taken any psychology classes. I am not know that stuff. I have questions for you.
Alright. Entertain the Kuno. Show me what you got. What you got there? What you got, huh? Show me what you got.
About the crime scene, you kids often play in the yard? Oh, that makes sense.
Right, pig. This is where Kuno plays with his little wooden choo-choo. What do you want with it?
I might have questions later. For now, let's talk about something
whatever.
else.
Kuno doesn't give a shit.
The body, what do you know about it?
Shitload, pig. What's your question?
Don't tell the pig shit, Kuno.
Kim, help me out here.
If I were to want to waste my time, which I do not, I would ask them who he is, how he got there, and the usual.
The usual being, have you seen anything out of the ordinary? Or have you seen anything suspicious?
Just a couple of pigs sniffing around in the dirt. That seems pretty fucking suspicious to Kuno.
I mean... Yeah?
Yeah, you tell the faggoty, Kuno.
What?
Looks like you're a fagari now, whatever that means. The suspicious question doesn't really work in antagonistic situations.
Kuno's fuck imp. Kuno uses the fuck imp for target practice.
Jesus Christ.
He's trying to hide the fact that he doesn't know.
Kuno knows all kinds of shit. Kuno's not a snitch, that's all. Trying to make the Kuno sing into the popo phone. You're testing Kuno's patience here.
Can I just stop talking to him?
Get lost,
Okay, I'm off.
Kuno doesn't fucking care.
Let's look at the body.
The corpse looks at you with bulging white eyes. The face around them does not look human. It's swollen and ready to burst. His lips are fish-like and his tongue like a ball gag in his mouth.
Ew.
You seem to be holding your breath. A cargo belt twists his neck at an unnatural angle. The body below appears stiff. It's letting out an ungodly rot. The smell seeps in even through your clenched nostrils.
What is that? Why is it so bad?
Active decay. It's okay to throw up, officer. No one is judging.
He's about to blow. Cop's gonna blow, Kuno.
I'm gonna just turn away. Its letters rickety. Wouldn't hold the weight of a grown man, though. Someone's trying to grow herbs in the greenhouse. Okay, what's over here? Maybe there's something in the trash that will help.
This trash container is locked. The sliding lid has a padlock that says, whirling in rags. There's something in there, not necessarily connected to the case, but still.
How am I looking at you, trash container? You're just a trash container.
The body is downwind from here. Maybe you prefer the smell of
What do you think
garbage
could be
to
in
the
there?
smell of death.
Trash, food waste from the cafeteria. They lock these containers to keep the derelicts from flocking in. Could be evidence too.
How do we get the lock open?
We could try using a pry bar. There's one in my motor carriage, or we could ask for a key from the manager of the Whirling in Rags.
Probably has
has one.
one.
He might also have information. This is better than the pry bar.
I don't know. I like the pry bar idea. What's this? Let's go get key. What's that? They already don't like you. Yeah. That's true. They don't like me, but I'm also gonna go check out what's over here. What's this?
That sugary black rum stain on the counter makes you teary-eyed with joy. It's almost touching how syrupy and sticky it is.
No.
How long have you been up already?
Not now.
Excuse me. Do you have something better to do than
No,
lust for
no,
sweet syrupy
no,
rum
no,
and
no,
lemonade?
no.
With a twist of lemon?
No. No, 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 no. No drinking.
On the counter, rolled out of his open hand, you see a blister pack of headache medicine.
Pick up
The
the
man
pills.
does not mind. You probably need them more than he does.
You've just picked up some magnesium.
Oh,
This item is stored in the bottom left corner of the screen above your character portrait.
okay.
Use magnesium to heal your morale if you have morale damage.
And
No
who is
idea.
this?
Looks like he works for Wild Pines, the logistics company who owns and operates the harbor.
Why is he sleeping during the day?
Possibly because there's a strike going on in the harbor. There's not much to do aside from drinking and sleeping.
I know he doesn't like me, but like, what if he gives me the key, you know?
Can I help you? Mine? No, it belongs to the Whirling in Rags.
Snore.
Thank you for clearing that up. Why do you keep the container locked?
Why? To keep the hobos and drunks out. That's why. And the neighbors too. They put their trash there and they don't pay for the garbage
He don't
company.
pay the garbage company.
I thought as much. And are you the only party with access to the trash container?
Well, yes. Us and the garbage disposal company.
It seems a little callous, doesn't it? Something stirs in you.
I wonder what this
Prod
feeling
at him
is.
and find out.
We need those keys.
What do you need them for?
It concerns the case. Please cooperate.
Just bring them back once you're done, please.
We got the keys! We did it! I'm like a detective almost. I'm like a detective who's not good at his job. But we're detecting.
This trash container is locked.
What's in the
The
container?
sliding lid has a padlock that says, with a well-oiled crack, the lock pops open.
I think he
It should
carried
now
me,
be
it's
possible
true.
to
He
simply raise
launched
the
the
lid.
fuck in.
Don't. Maybe you shouldn't.
No, I'm gonna open it.
The smell of rotten food rises to greet you. You see soggy cartons, dirty rags, and organic waste.
We're just in time. This hasn't been emptied for over a week.
Look under the boxes of carton.
You see milk and egg rest with one broken egg in it. Some pasta wrapper. Picking up the soggy packages somehow feels familiar. A box falls into pieces in your hands. Batiste Soleil cereal. There are plastic pasta packages below. And turbo noodles. Nothing of note, however.
Oh, come on, there's gotta be something in here.
Among the threadbare kitchen towels, something catches your eye. A pair of denim trousers.
Denim trousers?
As the legs of the slime-covered jeans begin to unspool from the garbage, a rank corpse smell fills the air.
The victim's clothes? Cadaverine odor is faint. If these belong to the deceased, they were removed when he was still in
Why
the
was
early
he
stages
stripped?
of decay. Drop them in here, officer.
What the fuck?
Guitar marked blue jeans. Pockets empty or emptied. He wore them with a belt, too. A white belt. The loops appear stretched, but the belt is missing. That's it. Do you see anything else in there? I have another bag here.
We're actually doing it. We're detecting.
Something slimy catches your eye. A drab, long-sleeved shirt, olive-colored, appears from the food waste, dripping with pus.
This is a military-type overgarment. No label or serial number. This is the kind of rib-knit shirt that's worn over light armor to conceal it in an urban scenario. Anything more?
Interesting.
The rest of the rags are just kitchen variety waste. A yellow old mug that catches your eye. But other than that,
A thrown out towel, a mug, that's all.
All right. We should go to Gart again and ask if he knows who put the clothes in the trash. It could be as simple as someone from the hostel cleaning the yard. Or that one. I'd advise against confronting that force.
Think someone from the whirling might have been involved, maybe?
Not really. All we know is the victim's clothes are in the trash. The lid was locked and his establishment had the key. It's just a small loose thread.
I'm gonna avoid talking to the children who are calling me slurs.
the lieutenant nods, then looks back into the trash container. You pick out a broken mug with an oddly racist depiction of the yellow man frolicking in saffron,
Antique?
only in its social sensibility.
Take the mug.
You've acquired an interactable item. Investigate this item further by going to the Interact tab.
The container sounds a muffled gong.
Return the key.
That's one thing off the list. I think we got it all.
What the heck is this?
It's just a racist mug. What's there to read here? Not
Oh,
much.
racist mug. No, we're not reading into that anymore. We're gonna leave the racist mug be, you know? We don't need to we don't need to read into a racist mug. No. No. Let's return the keys before I forget to do that. And work on getting the body down.
Can I help you? Thanks. I hope you found what you were looking for. How strange. I certainly didn't put them there.
Did someone on your staff have put them there? Thank you, Silent.
Sylvie had the keys before I got here.
Oh,
and
see,
I
she's
can vouch
involved.
for her. I can vouch for all my staff. None of us would tamper with the crime scene.
But she had access to
The
it.
trash collection service, CS Municipal. I don't see why they would put anything in the trash, though.
Yeah, this is very weird.
Ah, the elusive CS Municipal. I doubt we'll be able to track down who was sent here last and when. This will have to be one of those little threads that solves itself down the road.
Yeah, this is confusing.
Thank you anyway.
Yes?
Kim,
Yes?
what
What do
about
you want to
these?
know?
More
I'm
than
afraid you and I are pawns in a pissing competition.
a pissing competition.
His disdain is clear. This man would not use such an expression otherwise.
What do you mean?
You don't know? I assumed you were in on it.
You know that I'm in on retrograde amnesia.
Better still than an imbecilic cop-off.
Tell me about it.
It's just stupidity. We shouldn't waste any more time on it. If you want my take, ask me after we've inspected the victim. Was there anything else you wanted to know about the case?
This is a
No,
mysterious
It's
case?
not a particularly mysterious case.
Why not?
The deceased is a security guard for a corporation involved in a labor dispute. It doesn't take a DeLorean
Oh.
polymath to put the pieces together. I just don't see the case getting more mysterious than that.
Could it be sexy? A white male in his 40s, what more do you need?
I'm relieved that you agree.
He is glad and surprised to see an officer who can appreciate the less than spectacular.
Is there anything else? You look like you were about to say something.
Do you know the feeling when you've begun filling in a crossword, but some of your answers don't quite seem to fit? That's the feeling I have right now, for some reason.
Yeah, I know exactly what you mean, buddy. Go piss, girl. What? What?
It will turn into quite the puzzle yet, I'm afraid. Good.
Yeah, we're not gonna let this guy know that we pissing competition. Go piss, girl. We're gonna have to throw up, aren't we? Is there anything I'm wearing that's not helping with that? No, nothing I'm wearing is gonna help with that. Time to go vomit on a body. Is there a way to... Yeah, I guess we're just gonna have to...
There he still is, looking
3%.
right
Oh
through
boy.
you with his white eyes. The smell is repulsive. It pushes in from your mouth.
I'm just gonna
More
vomit. Blech. Nasty. Ugh.
You feel a great force ringing from your stomach. Your body curls and pushes it out. Burst by
Nasty.
burst. Until a pool of vomit lies under your feet and your throat stings from the stomach acid.
It's okay. Happens to everyone. Keep it. The hangover is clearly making this worse for you. You could use some ammonia to clear your head.
Where do we get ammonia from?
There is Frit nearby, east of the hostel. They usually have a small apothecary. If they don't...
Huh.
There's a greenhouse here, and a gardener with a wheelbarrow on the corner of the whirling in rags. If she works here, she might have something for the smell.
Pretty clever.
Acquiring ammonia will provide a modifier to the white check. Modifiers make checks easier and allow you to retry them.
Huh. How do I get to the greenhouse? Hey, what's this?
An inconspicuous pile of the roofing material Eternite. It's nothing. Someone just left some roofing material slanted against an old shack.
Uh-huh.
Because it's nice and orderly. Well-laid pallets. Easy on the eyes. Rhythmic pattern. Calms your mind. Mammals like this stuff.
Mammals like this stuff.
No. There's more to this. You get this strange
What is it?
feeling.
What's the feeling?
Hard to say. It's gone now. Feelings pass, you see. Especially the small ones.
Damn it. There's something weird about it. How do I get over there? Wait, is this like upstairs? Okay, so we need to get some ammonia. So the gardener lady might know. She might have some. Oh, I got a little rag. Okay. It's just snow. Hey, gardener lady.
The RCM in Martinez. What can I help you with?
I have some questions for you.
Of course. What can I help you with?
We need directions.
Of course. Where to?
What is to the east?
The harbor gates? Some kind of commotion, I think. I don't follow the local politics. A fleet store too. Some shops and a bridge. The canal bridge leads to the coast, but it's broken, I think. Just coast. There's a little fishing village there, and a fish market. But that got closed down ages ago.
What is up north?
There's the pier, the Cape Side apartment buildings, some more tenements. Not a lot,
and
really.
what's to the west?
It's just water. No, actually, I think they call it the Martinez Inlet.
Okay, that's
there
all for
are
now.
some islands in the bay, but they're hard to reach. No problem.
You may have some ammonia. Can I have some?
Sure, I'm done with it.
Ooh.
Go easy on that stuff. It gave me a terrible headache. Of
Have
course,
to run.
I won't hold you back.
Her gloves. You get the feeling that you need them. You
Uh,
have a dead body to deal with after all.
can I borrow your gloves?
Sure, keep them. I have another pair.
Oh, thank you. Street sign reads, "Fuck the police." Oh. Pigs go home. I get the feeling that there's some unsubtle hints that she probably doesn't actually like the police. She's being surprisingly cooperative, though. Gloves. Fuck the
There he
police,
still
straight
is,
from the
looking
underground.
right through you with his white eyes. The body below is entirely dedicated
I don't think
to
this is
that
gonna.
corpse
This
smell.
is not gonna.
Emitting it is the ammonia only makes it worse. The combination forces tears out of your ducts. You manage to keep it in once. The second time, not so much. When the
Oh,
vomiting is done, your cheeks are wet with tears.
again? Double vomit? Ew. I think I don't want to be a cop anymore.
Get a hold of yourself.
The weight is reassuring, like a crenel on solid fortification. Pat, pat, pat.
Pat, pat, pat.
I've seen strong men turn themselves inside out for hours. You are facing tough odds here. Alcohol withdrawal makes it considerably harder.
Why can't I keep it in if I've been a cop my whole life?
I've seen captains puke their guts out. It never gets easier. You never get used to the smell. Every Monday is cadaver day. Throw up, investigate. Throw up, initial autopsy. Throw up, baguette. Then drive to the station. Maybe throw up on the way there if you didn't bag the thing tight enough.
Kim seems fine. Yeah, you seem fine.
I think I've lost my sense of smell.
Oh.
A white lie.
Not being hungover helps too.
Do it without me. I can't keep it down.
No. This is a two-man assignment because it needs 2 officers to complete. I need your help. You need to get your shit together.
Okay, it's time to lock in.
We should go talk to the locals. Find something else to do while the wind changes. It's pretty bad right now.
You've gained a thought. When this dialogue is
I
over,
gained a
go
thought.
to your thought cabinet and internalize it for special bonuses and effects.
Give it half an hour. Get yourself together. Then come back and have another go.
Okay, half an hour. I got a thought. Volumetric shit compressor. Your shit is apart and it's rather unbecoming of a cop and a human being. It's supposed to be the opposite of that. Together. Compressed in a small area to achieve a solid level of shit compression. Squeeze your butt cheeks together for 30 minutes. Do something similar with the 2 hemispheres of your brain. Talk to people. That may help. Yeah, we'll internalize getting our shit together. We're gonna lock in. Okay. I guess let's just look around. What's this? This bottle inside. You can go if you had a bag. Well, I don't have a bag.
This Post Lavatorie mail collection box has been heavily vandalized
mailbox.
with graffito. A closer inspection reveals the box seems happy.
Good. Happy box.
Eat shit pig, fucked by the coon, and St. G with a crown have been scribbled on it. Jenny is a whore, and best set mailbox also.
I've been there. I've been there. Thank you for the pet, Silent.
The mail collection box seems cathartic, thankful even. So do you. You shudder. Then you swallow.
There's stuff to look at over here. And there's a person to talk to. Look at all these books. So many books. Government reads your mind.
Hello, sir. Step right in. The store is open.
I am the law. Hello.
Are you interested in a new and exciting book?
Is it okay if I ask you some questions?
Okay, sir. I'll try to answer any questions you have. I hope they're about books.
What's your name?
My name is Annette, sir. My mum, her name is Plaisance. She owns the store. She's inside minding the register or organising the stock. Feel free to step in and browse our wares.
You're standing out here in the cold because...
I'm signalling that the store is open. Otherwise, people might not know. They'd miss out on the crime, romance, and biographies of famous people.
A sudden gush of wind turns the pages of the books on the counters. She covers her face, smiling. But she's cold.
I could help by brutally dismantling the free market. You're cold. Can I help you in some way?
Kind of you to offer, sir.
What could you do to help her anyway?
I'm gonna talk to the store owner.
Oh, no, sir. I'm happy to help Mum by luring in customers. Besides, I have some hot juice in my vacuum bottle to keep warm.
Okay, bye. See you around, Annette. Hi.
Welcome to Crime, Romance, and Biographies of Famous People. My name is Plaisance.
As the shutters. French. Oh my god.
Be welcome, and please take responsibility for the energy you bring into this space. I am the proudest owner of our little shop of culture. Annette, yes, my daughter. I hope she wasn't slacking off again with her nose in science fiction. Tell me,
yeah, she
at
was...
her post doing her job like a proper girl?
Others.
Wonderful. Did you talk to her?
Yeah.
Great. On a scale of 1 to 10, how compelled were you to buy books after talking with her?
What the fuck?
Her opinion of her daughter depends on how well she lured you into the store.
I'm not going to grade a human being. I don't do that.
Come now. It's not personal. It's about proper sales practices and market research. I expect an answer.
A 10.
My precious, her dedication brings joy to my heart. If you have children, I hope they turn out as great as my Annette.
Okay, let's change the subject.
The woman before you scans the store, her shoulders rigid and tense.
Farewell now, book peddler. Let's browse the bookstore.
The display rack is brimming with worn paperbacks featuring an extremely muscular, sword-wielding barbarian.
It's Conan the Barbarian!
Nearly all the titles contain the word Heimdall somewhere.
Oh, that's not Conan the Barbarian.
Rows and rows of Heimdall men blur your vision. You make out some titles. Man from Heimdall and the Mammoth Riders.
How
Man
many
from
are there?
Heimdall. Return to Heimdall. Maybe 100. Man from Heimdall and the sages at the end of the world. Man from Heimdall and the false god. Man from Heimdall and the scorched earth. Man from Heimdall, the Heimdall colonies. Man from Heimdall and the swamp beast. Man from Heimdall and the snow crabs.
Oh my god. Is that all?
Not even close. Man from Heimdall in hell. Man from Heimdall and the forest of slaves. Man from Heimdall under the lake. Man from Heimdall, Heimdall burning. There's even The Trial of Death, a pastoral combat gamebook set in the world of Heimdall man, and so much more.
That's glad you're playing one of the best games ever made, Shupster. Hope you're enjoying. Man from Heimdall. I'm playing it like the choices that I would make. So I'm trying to be like reasonable. Although some of the dialogue options are not great. I'm like, I would not say any of these things. I'm to approximate it. This is very cool so far, though. I've played a little bit, so I'm not completely out of it. But I also remember, like, nothing, because I played this game for a couple hours, like, 3 years ago. So, you know, it's been a while. 42%, I like these odds.
A twinge at
Holy
the back
shit.
of your head makes you flinch. Your eye starts twitching.
Big winner. What is it?
Your hand reaches toward a book with glossy cover art of the very muscular man from Heimdall in chains, kneeling in front of a staircase.
Why is this one
leading
painful?
to a throne. A woman sits on the throne, leering at the man.
Why is this one painful?
She's laughing at him, belittling him.
What?
Between the throne and the Heimdall man lies a bonfire, casting shadows on the wall. The shadow of the woman's headdress looks like a pair of devil horns. The title reads, Man from Heimdall and the Devil Woman.
Aren't all women devil woman? Insane! That's crazy! Interesting.
The display rack before you is burdened under piles of Man from Heimdall novels.
It's 9 real? Oh. Yeah, we'll just leave that be. What's in the middle one?
A small mountain of colorful board game boxes. There are numerous types of games for all ages. A lot of shelf space seems to be taken up by Wirral-related merchandise.
Too poor uppy. I am too poor uppy. We have 60 cents to our
An
name.
endless variety of source books, lore books, and codices litter the table. The topmost book is titled Welkin Compendium,
The
2nd
D&D.
edition.
This feels like D&D.
There's also a large hardbound tome with intricate cover art, The Hunters of Katawak, Boreal Creature Compendium, and a Pick Your Path adventure gamebook titled Tales of Wirral, Cavern of Velkrag.
2 quarters and a dime. I think we actually have like there's like 20-cent coins and 10-cent coins. We had 40 cents and he said it was a 20 and 2 10s. Like 40.
Books in a board game section? Who wants to read books?
Anything that really catches
There's
my
a
eye?
box that says Wirral, 3rd edition Mega Setting Supplements Module. The side panel notes, a fantastique adventure board game. New maps and miniatures.
New maps and
A sticker on it
miniatures?
displays
Yo!
25 real.
25 real?
That price is steep, but then it's the 3rd edition Mega Setting Supplement, so it makes sense.
I don't have enough money. I'm poor. I need 130 just for the freaking room. They're all about lake trout. Wait, what's this? Is there like a back of the shop?
You see a set of tattered curtains blocking the way to another room. A strange cage-like trinket dangles from the curtains.
What is this?
Excuse me, officer. The back room is strictly for employees only. Nothing. Now please go back to browsing the books. Don't you feel compelled to look at the books? The books are all you care about.
She speaks almost as if she's trying to put a spell on you.
It's true. That
urging you
is
to
how she
buy
was
more books.
talking. She was like, "Oh, you care about the book so much."
Oddly enough, the more she tries to draw you away from the curtains, the more alluring they become.
I'm gonna examine the trinket.
You see some kind of charm, an irregular polyhedron assembled from bones, sticks, and straw.
What
Inside,
the
a disturbing
is
fish head
this?
with empty eye sockets stares at you.
What is this?
This is a traditional Seminese ward, meant to provide protection against ill luck, bad dreams, curses, and other supernatural scourges.
And who are the Seminese?
Inhabitants of Ile de Fantôme, the Seminine Islands down south. Aside from poking at it suspiciously, there is nothing else to do with the fish head charm at this time.
I'll pull
The
open the
curtains remain
curtains.
shut before you. Just as you're about to pull apart the curtains, the petrified voice of the shop owner cries out once more.
Sir, don't touch that. I told you it's off limits for the customers.
Why is she so nervous about it?
Parapsychologically speaking, we're done if you decide to open them. I won't be held responsible for the consequences. It's too dangerous.
She looks away, mumbling. Why is everyone always messing with the curtains? Why can't they just buy books like normal people?
Ma'am, this is different. I'm a police officer. I need to get in there. That's cringe. I'll think about it for a
you.
while.
Let's just talk about this first, all right?
There's
no
no
reason for you to venture into the unknown.
I think there is.
Talking is always good. Go see what she has to say. There is something mysterious about the curtains. Be careful. The curtains, tattered with age and covered in dust, hang before you, as if taunting you.
Leave it alone for now. For now. Actually, can I talk to her about it? What's back there?
Hello again, esteemed officer.
Why are you so upset
and
about-
welcome to crime, romance, and biographies of famous people.
Why are you so uptight about those curtains? I just want to know what's on the other side.
I already told you, it's just a storage room for employees. I don't understand why it's so important to you. Just let it go, officer. Go buy some goddamn books. You're supposed to be drawn to the books.
If it's just a storage room, then why does it have a Seminese ward protecting it?
It's just for decoration. Okay, fine. It's just because this place is cursed, just like everyone said. They don't call it the doomed commercial area for nothing.
Damn, that's rough.
Are you happy now, officer? Happy that you've ruined everything?
Have you sought help from anyone?
Yes, I've contacted numerous parapsychologists and even a pair of Simonese mediators. They provided me with the wards. The wards help to keep the doom at bay and protect us against the darkness that lies further in the building, even though now I fear it's not enough.
Is your pendant part of the ward as well?
Oh, this? No, it's a special Himian amulet, blessed by desert pygmy shamans, with a spell of compulsion. It's to
Oh my
compel
God.
people to buy books. There are numerous spells cast throughout the store. I had the books anointed with a different inducement spell, for example. It's guaranteed to boost sales 15%.
She's a nutter. She's crazy.
Desert pygmy shamans. That sounds like a rather questionable way to describe a group of people.
How does the curse
curse.
manifest itself?
Is so much worse than you could imagine. It's a disease, eating at the very foundation. It's the curse of financial distress, of ruin and bankruptcy.
Oh,
Didn't that curtain just move?
wait, that's it? I was hoping for something more
But
paranatural.
officer, there's nothing natural about entire companies declaring bankruptcy. I'm talking about cacodemons feeding off bad business practices
What?
and disappointing income statements.
What?
There's something wrong with this building, I can tell you. Ever since I arrived, I've sensed an eerie, lingering presence, as if I was unwanted here.
Oh.
Sounds familiar. She nudges her glasses, anxious and tense.
Would you like me to take the case? I can investigate and see if the curse is real. Yeah, she got scammed.
Most certainly not. I don't want anyone who's not familiar with the psychic arts to get involved in this mess. Stay away. Leave the spirits be, so they can return to their slumber.
My liege, you know what this case calls for?
Oh.
A paradetective.
Yes! A paradetective, please! Please!
Time to fire up the old lie machine.
No! Ma'am, do you know how me and my partner are known to our colleagues back at the station?
No.
The lieutenant looks at you, waiting to see where this is going. You've got this. Just go with it. This is elegant.
Wait, that's it. I don't want to say that. Crime bros. We're called crime bows, my partner and I.
You're called... what? What is this, a joke, Mr. Policeman? Do you commit crimes together or what?
He turns away, not before you can see a small hint of a smile.
He thinks
He's
it's
struggling
funny.
to not crack up.
He thinks it's funny.
Technically, that's what crime bros would do. Yes. Commit crimes.
No, like, not like this. We're called crime bros because we like to solve crimes as brothers in arms.
Sir, I really don't have time for your jokes. The situation is very serious.
I'll leave for now.
Volumetric ship compressor.
Oh, we did it. We got our shit together.
Bizarre scientific news from Revachol West today, where a police officer's shit has been observed at a pressure of around 495 gigadecimals. These metallic hydrogen levels of shit togetherness were thought to exist only at the center of collapsing stars, not law officials. It remains to be seen how long the shit singularity lasts.
My shit singularity is locked in. Crazy. Okay, we can go back to the crime scene now. It's been 30 minutes. Okay. It's time to lock in. We can do it. My shit got compressed. Let's do it.
There he still is, looking right
My shit is
through you
compressed.
with his white eyes.
Let's
the
do
body
it.
below is entirely dedicated to that corpse smell. Emitting it is all it does now. As you breathe
Let's
in,
go!
the odor comes over you. It's a smell of the mind telling you to run, and your stomach to wring itself empty. With your hands at your sides and your eyes squinting, you stand in it.
We did it. We get step
The man
closer.
before you is naked, but for a pair of underpants and enameled boots. His skin is greenish, marbled with decaying veins, and blotched by lividity. A fading web of tattoos covers his chest and shoulders. The cargo belt used to fasten him to the branch above appears industrial in strength. An intricate web of blue lines stretches across the torso, from the right shoulder to the solar plexus. Each time they intersect, a small white star is formed in their crossing. Hundreds of
Interesting.
fading asterisks riddle his skin. Their concentration is highest around his heart. His corpse is marked by stars,
What will mine be marked by?
alcohol, and heartbreak.
Is this a map of the night
A
sky?
map of the stars. I do see some similarity to astronomical charts. Great Century Messinian, maybe. But this seems more particular. Customized somehow.
As if someone left out most of the night sky, filtering it through personal choice. The principle of this filter remains unknown to you,
I'm
The
missing
thought
something
dissipates,
here.
and you feel as though you were only half right.
So am I.
He takes a thin piece of milled aluminium from his coat pocket and pulls it open. Sounds like a sword
Let
being
the lieutenant
unsheathed.
work.
A small lens appears. Some sort of camera.
Shit, Kuno! What the fuck is that?
An instant color camera.
Let him cook.
I have only 2 ampoules, so nobody move. I don't want to waste one.
A sound, a shrill flash, followed by the breaking of a small ampoule of glass. You see streams of color pour onto the thick, glossy piece of paper, rolling out.
Interesting.
In case we need it. Yes, it is pretty cool, isn't it?
There is only one ampoule left.
Use it
Use
wisely.
it wisely.
What do we need this photo for?
It contains insight to the victim's person. By his build, I'd say this was a man of physical violence. The story he wanted his body to tell was important to him. It is his letter. To us. Someone should decipher it. We'll need to show it around.
Can I have it? I should look at it later without the corpse smell.
Sure. Just don't lose it.
The glassy-eyed corpse looks by,
Let's look at the
his
belt.
mouth mute and his skin as colorful as the chemical rainbow on the photo paper, teeming with opportunistic organisms. The hangman's knot is pulled tight by the weight of the
That belt
corpse
looks like
below.
it's gonna snap,
Yellow,
though.
hard-edged polyester cuts into his neck. Above, a sliding buckle ties the belt to the branch. This is a steel-reinforced cargo lashing belt, big brother of the regular cargo belt. It's used for tying cargo under 6-rotor airships.
Airlifting. I thought it was used on lorries for strapping cargo to them.
Apparently this is the reinforced kind for air transport. My brain tells me so. My brain is smart.
The local harbor uses 6 rotors to shuffle containers around. I get the sense they use whatever was on hand without paying much attention to not incriminating themselves.
They sure wanted him to stay up there. The rope is reinforced with steel wiring.
I was afraid it would be. Thin steel wiring, parallel strands. This makes getting him down more problematic than I had assumed.
How'd they even get him up there?
A noose is one of those things that's easier to use one way around. That ladder can't carry a grown man. I didn't see any splintering either, did you? I think they lassoed the branch, then pulled on the belt to close the buckle.
Could be. The shape of the branch supports the theory.
We're assuming dock workers from the harbor did it?
The brief suggested as much, politically motivated by the ongoing strike. Did you not get a briefing?
No, they might have forgotten to brief me.
Then you should ask me the first moment we get.
The cadaver hangs from the cargo belt, limbs limp and torso covered in tattoos.
What's on the boots?
The material appears to be ceramic. Its clean white stands in stark contrast to the decaying flesh above the knee. The man wore thick polymer socks, probably for padding. A fine array of interlocking plates covers them. Delicate and fragile, they feel alien to the world around you, out of place somehow. These are clearly not boots. They're armor, possibly part of a larger set.
Interesting.
Indeed. Technically speaking, these are sabatons, not boots.
What kind of armor is this exactly?
Ceramic plate. Zirconium dioxide, most likely. This is where the make would be. Under the heel. Fair weather. Fair weather model T500 VE. I'm guessing that's vitreous enamel. This is advanced stuff. It is. It's expensive.
That is
We've
interesting.
requested similar material for our tactical units for years now. The constabularies deemed it too costly. In that time, we've lost 6 men to semi-automatics. For a full set, About 4 years of wages.
Jesus.
For the northwest region of Revachol, an officer's average yearly income is 5,500 real.
Not too much, yes.
That sounds puny. No wonder I can't pay my
It's
hospital
a sorry
bill.
situation, I agree.
How could he afford this?
That's for us to find out. My initial report on the area suggests he was a security guard for the harbor company, but that's just hearsay.
These look pretty advanced for a security guard.
I agree. This equipment is way beyond what a guard can afford.
I'm gonna knock on the boot. I don't think pulling it off is a good idea.
A small bell-like sound fills the air, like tapping on the side of a porcelain cup.
Sounds fragile.
It's anything but. This material is a kinetic redistributor. It spreads kinetic energy horizontally, from plate to plate, dissipating it entirely. See?
Faint, organic lines cover the plates where they separate into smaller ones. These plates then divide into smaller plates until
Fancy.
there are hundreds of them altogether. Like whirls of floorboards, the design looks organic, influenced by highly resistant wood materials, like lignum vitae and ebony perhaps.
Fractal. What does this remind me of?
If trees were made of porcelain, this is what their cross-sections would look like. The smooth, glossy surface fractures into ever more intricate interconnections, peaking on the right sabaton, where you notice. The whirls are in the shape of a letter and number combination, E50, 100, 1000.
Oh, serial number.
Good. Can you read it to me? We have a make and a number. That's something. We can use the radio in my kinema when we're done. Either station can chase it for us.
What happened to the rest of it?
The locals probably scavenged it. It would be odd if he had more on after 7 days. We should keep a lookout for these species. The armor could yield information. This is one thing he might actually know.
The sabatons dangle off the man's
I'm not
decaying
tugging on the
form,
boots, no way.
ageless.
7
and
days of decay.
synthetic.
Ugh.
The cadaver slowly twists on the cargo belt, his torso covered in tattoos, and extremities blotched pink and blue.
No, I don't think he was only wearing the boots. I think there's something more to this. My detective hunch tells me this man was more than a security guard. That's what I think. I think there's something going on here.
Are you sure we finished the preliminary examination of the cadaver? We might miss some of these things once he's done.
The cadaver slowly twists on the cargo belt, his torso covered in tattoos, and extremities blotched pink and blue.
Let's squint.
As you narrow your eyes, the monster before you blurs into a violent mess of green and pink. This is a trick. You've done it before. Pink is where the blood settled in the first hours post-mortem. You can use it to see if the corpse has been tampered with. Does his position at the time of death match the discoloration? Only the lower extremities are pink with a dash of blue. His fatted hands, thighs, and his neck, just above the noose. The rest of the corpse appears dark green in the cold spring air.
I see it. His neck too. The lividity goes right up his chin. We have good, well-pronounced discoloration here.
The monster comes back into focus, an explosion of color, coursing with dark marbled veins. His stomach appears pregnant with something.
Pregnant?
Black liquid streams down his thigh and onto his boot.
So, what do you think?
He's beaten up. See the bruises?
I do. Most of them are post-mortem. Maybe even all of them. The delinquents have made our jobs harder with their little sport.
Stop talking in riddles, coin slot.
Fuck you, Kuno.
He means you fucked him up good, Kuno. Fucked him up brutal-like.
I think he was upright after death. His hands, feet, and neck are discolored.
Agreed. Especially on the neck. The belt acted like a tourniquet, keeping the blood in his head. The hypostasis supports a hanging. Everything here seems to corroborate that assumption, but we should still get him down before assigning a probable cause of death.
The
Something's
pool
coming
of
out
blood
of
and
him.
feces has eaten into the frozen mud below the man's feet. Purge liquid is dripping
Oh, I
into
have a
it,
cat in here. She
drop
needs out.
by drop.
Whoa. Wait. She was like, let me out. Let me out. Alrighty.
The victim appears to have contained no more than half a kilogram of digestion. at the
No,
time
she
of
can't
death.
have cheeseburger. No cheeseburger for her.
The fuck he's saying?
He's saying.
Talking about shit.
Goddamn right. Maybe he went to the toilet sometime before death.
Maybe.
But there is no breath to catch. Only the cadaver filling the air and your nostrils. He slowly rotates before you.
Well, look him in the eye.
decomposing. His eyes are milky white and blind to the world, protruding comically from their sockets. There is no one home, just subaquatic terrors there. Dark brown hair grows on his head. His face is ready to explode from the organic processes inside. The death's head grin has passed. What remains is an unrecognizable mess.
Tell me, who are you, dead man?
The corpse is
I rolled
dead
a
silent.
fucking 1
You
and
have
a
no
4.
idea why you just said that.
Who is he? He is male, 40 to 50, with an athletic build.
The corpse looks right through you as you distance
get him
yourself
down from there.
its stench. Eyes like a shark.
The steel-reinforced belt presents a unique challenge. I brought chain cutters, but I don't see a good angle of approach to the belt.
He doesn't actually think the challenge is unique. He thinks it's frustrating, annoying, and harder than he thought.
The cadaver is a good 1.2 meters up. Neither one of us can reach the belt without assistance. And even if we do, there's the question of cutting the airship strength material.
Maybe we could shoot him down?
Yeah! Bang bang time, pig! Shoot his head off!
How?
Where the buckle ties the rope to the branch, that's a good spot to aim.
Buckle holds the belt together.
Where? Ah, yes, I see. If the shot hits that, there might be a chance to release the belt.
Yeah, now we're talking. Entertain a Kuno with some shit.
Holy shit, Kim, are you gonna do it?
They'll miss! The pigs will miss Kuno!
Take the shot, Lieutenant. What's the worst thing that could happen?
I'll blow his head off.
Take it! Take the shot!
Yeah, take the shot. Kuno wants some of that shit.
Silence. With his elbow sharp,
Holy shit, he's gonna
the
do
lieutenant
it.
unzips his jacket and produces a lightweight firearm.
He's gonna
He drops
fucking do
a
it.
paper
Let's go.
cartridge in the barrel, separates the
go.
scouring stick, and gives the cartridge 5 tucks,
Let's go!
securing it in place. That's a Kiel A9090 Armistice, mass-produced muzzle loader, ascetic, frugal, one of the most common firearms in the world. He then steps back and assumes the fellow's desk position, taking aim. The corner of his eye twitches. His finger is on the trigger.
Easy does it, partner.
He's gonna fucking miss!
The kid's voice is drowned in a shrill blast that echoes off the walls of the surrounding tenements. A cloud of smoke slowly parts in the air as the lieutenant steps back and says to himself,
God damn it.
These fucking kids.
he feels bad about it, about his eyes mostly, just having bad eyesight, probably from a young age. Whatever you
had
do,
Z.
do not console him.
Fucking idiot! Mookaba asshole!
Kuno could have hit it easy, but then Kuno's not fucking handicapped, is he?
What now?
I have to say, it's beginning to look unlikely we can get him down without assistance.
I can try to shoot him down myself.
It's bad as it is, us shooting firearms like punks here. Go ahead, I'm not stopping you.
I'm
Just
gonna
don't
need your
hit the
gun
victim.
for this.
They only have one gun!
Oops.
This is the sorriest pair of pigs Kuno's
I would
ever
kill a
seen.
man for Kim Kitsuragi. Hi, Zircon. Welcome in. That's a hell of a first message. That's one.
Officer, why do we only have one gun?
When I told you I didn't have my badge or uniform with me when I woke up. I didn't have my gun either. I
That is
fucking
even
meant it.
more unfortunate than the badge. You need to contact your station about it as soon as possible. Try not to lose this one, please.
Holy shit, I have a gun.
Yeah, take it, you fucking banana poika! Take it and shoot yourself in the mouth!
The cold piece of bakelite and gunmetal is
Am I good enough
surprisingly
at shooting
light.
for this?
Your fingers fit right through the guard, instinctively resting on the trigger.
The fuck are you waiting for, Kuno? Tell him to shoot himself in the mouth!
Point the gun at the belt.
The buckle comes into focus in your sights. You stand with your feet planted firmly in the ground and your left hand supporting your gun arm.
Why don't you just shoot yourself in your mouth? At least you won't miss.
Close your
Your
left
field
eye
of
first.
view narrows. The branch slowly moves, becoming entirely two-dimensional. The metal buckle glimmers, slick with the falling rain. The corpse slowly rotates. The slow movement of the branch in the wind and your shoulders directing the gun sync up.
Yo,
Dancing
I'm locked in.
hypnotically.
Look, he's crying. You gonna cry now, fucking faggoty?
Is this hand-eye coordination? We're putting a point into hand-eye coordination. Okay. 50-50. I like these odds. Holy shit!
The buckle explodes into tiny pieces, coming
We
loose
did
with
it.
a whir.
We did it.
With your hand numb from the recoil, you look at the body slump down.
Oh my
For
god.
a moment, the man appears to kneel in front of you, looking straight at you, helpless, trapped within itself.
Who killed you?
Communism.
Communism.
It takes a millisecond for the association to flash within your cortex. You have no
No.
idea where it's coming
No.
from, only that it's right.
No.
Then the rigor in his muscles gives up, and he smashes sideways into the spring mud, letting out a horrid stench.
Who's laughing now, you little shit?
Fuck you, Kurpale!
How did I do that?
By being a damn good shot. Ace is high.
Oh, yes! High five, Kim!
The ace is high, a custom invented by the aerostatic brigades
We're gonna
during
high
the
five Kim,
revolution,
hell yeah.
is used to celebrate success in Revachol, especially in sports. The gesture is spread across the world, despite the defeat of the revolutionaries themselves.
Yeah, high five.
The lieutenant takes a little hop to perform the customary salutation. Your palm hurts from the slap. It's precise and down to the point.
I knew these guys were
Oh, yeah, what, you got a problem with it? Oh, I'm so tempted. We'll just say what now? Because I don't want to, do it. Okay, you know what? It's funny. It's fun. Yeah.
Kuno cracks with laughter. Sounds like someone strangling a seagull. It's clear he enjoys himself.
each other off.
What now?
We will perform a field autopsy and determine the cause of death. But before... Excuse me. It looks like I feel like taking a break from the stench. I'm sorry to interrupt the jubilations here. Just a little breather before we do the autopsy.
Alright.
In the meantime, we should try to interview Evrard Clare, the leader of the Union. Harbor property was clearly used in the hanging. The harbor just east of here. Getting in might prove a challenge, though. Or we could ask around for the representative of the logistics company. My initial information says the Wild Pines have sent some sort of strike negotiator to wrangle control back from Evrard.
You could ask the gardener for directions.
Is this the famous list of initial interviews?
Yes. And those were the interviewees. Let's go.
Wait, did I level up again? Oh my goodness, we're gonna hold on to that. Tattoo.
An intricate web of blue lines stretches across the torso of the hanged man, from the right shoulder to the solar plexus. Each time the lines intersect, a small white star is formed in their crossing. Hundreds of fading asterisks riddle his skin. Their concentration is highest around his heart. It still kind of looks like a map of the stars in the night sky, but something's not right.
What's the meaning of this tattoo?
For you to discover. You've gotten as far as you will without assistance. Someone who knows about history could tell you.
Okay.
The rotting man lies on his side with his eyes looking straight through you. The belt is still around his neck. His body is supine and open to intrusion. By autopsy, the lieutenant adjusts his glasses and takes a deep breath.
What exactly is a field
Come on,
autopsy?
officer. You know what a field autopsy is. You've done 100 of them.
What you do know is, at 18.9 kilometers, the dormant shield volcano, Corpus Mundi, is the world's highest summit, and the failure of the 38 single, Et puis descend, to crack the top 20 was the death knell of disco. But what a field autopsy is...
Yeah, let's get in there.
There truly is a time for everything, even for yellow gardening gloves. However, they are lacking hygienically. I suggest you get in there in limited capacity. I'll ask you when I need you to. For the most part, maybe I should handle the contact and you take notes?
Okay, where should I take notes?
In your paperwork, officer. Just fill out the field autopsy form.
You're not gonna believe this. Oh, thank you for my hat. You're not gonna believe this. I think I've lost my paperwork.
Now they only have one paperwork, too.
I really need a cheeseburger. This is a rough day.
Officer, what haven't you lost?
My shoes. I found the other one too.
Good. Otherwise you would only have one shoe now. I can give you my paperwork. There's an autopsy form there. Several actually, but only if it helps move things along.
Let's work off yours for now.
Right. The autopsy form is near the end.
Let's take a peek at Kim's notes.
You find a moment as the lieutenant inspects the dead man's fingernails. Just a few glances. The pages are filled with a bulky freehand that's nearly illegible. Still, you can make out a case with a curious title. The Man with the Hole in His Head.
Get it? You can have cheeseburger.
It's very hard to draw conclusions. All you can make out is that he is in a hurry to solve the case. The tempo of the handwriting says as much, and that there are a lot of notes in there. Most of them are made prior to arriving at the scene in preparation.
Interesting.
It's not spelled out explicitly, but the lieutenant fears a tear is forming between the liberal moralist establishment of Revachol and her populist citizenry. This populist force, a potpourri of far right and left, is exemplified in the Débardeurs Union.
What? Bye.
Their strike, if allowed to escalate into violence, adds to the growing sense of civil war in the city.
Oh.
He's extremely neutral, even in his notes. But avoiding this escalation is Kim's primary concern when dealing with the situation in Martinez. This appears to be a case investigated about 3 weeks ago. A workplace accident. The titular character's wife tries to get compensation. The company was not forthcoming. It's hard to make out if the hole was fatal. Maybe you're imagining it, but there are some remarks in there, and they're not all negative. You're referred to as the 41st.
Because I didn't give him my name, because I don't have one. That's funny. What now?
And the 41st comes off as a moderately competent detective.
Oh, nice. We're moderately competent. Here it is.
What?
The dead man stares in silence as you crack open the ledger. The bright red paper is covered in boxes and lists, describing the condition of his skin and organs in 3 parts. Above those, an 11-field info form needs filling out first. It begins with,
"That's you."
Only the first question and I already don't know the answer.
Just leave it empty, officer.
The corpse lies there, indifferent to your retrograde amnesia.
Coroner's
The
case
next
number.
box says,
KK57-0803.0815. Next,
Name.
NA. Next,
Date of
NA.
birth. NA. Age?
Roughly 50.
Roughly 50. Chesburger.
dry 40. The damage is so extensive, it's better to err on the young side.
Alright. Approximately 42.
He nods.
Race.
Mondial.
Fair to olive-skinned, from the Isola of Mwindi. This is as vague as it gets. You might as well say whitish.
Write it down.
The pudgy mess of curdled meat looks neither mondial nor anything other.
Fucky fucky.
Male.
Pig's gonna have sex.
Pig's gonna have sex.
Nor does he look male, with his pregnant belly and
Boy
indistinguishable face.
We're still going with March 4th, 51.
March 4th, 51.
What else? 9. Body identified by is non-applicable. 10. Case number is the same as the coroner's case.
KK 57 0503 0815 listens motionless, with the cargo belt still around his neck. Only one box remains.
Evidence of
None.
treatment.
At least not after the initial examination.
Lividity imported to lynching.
Then again, the right lividity is easy to produce if you know what you're doing.
Your central nervous system recognizes this gesture. It's the stations of the breath. Ecclesiastic, religious in nature, a holdout from pre-DeLorean burial rites. It takes him 2 seconds to perform. Then, somewhere in Jamrock North, a small wood shed behind Rosencrantz Row, Lieutenant Nick Feuerbat puts his hand to the chest of a small corpse, no larger than a monkey. It's raining outside, light drizzle. There is darkness in the shed.
What?
Elsewhere yet, an obese female sits in a wicker chair, her silhouette bull-like against the window. Outside, Grand Coudon. The day is turning dim for Sergeant Mac Dawson. Hand extended, he approaches, to make sure she is dead more than anything else.
What is this?
And so, all across Jamrock, Coal City, GRIH, 42 deceased persons found today, 42 stations of breath.
We should start the post-mortem.
Ugh.
The corpse cannot feel Kim's hand
A memory?
on his chest. It no longer
Wait,
meaningfully
that was
interacts
me
with its
remembering?
surroundings. A thicket of boxes and lists
So one of
on
those
red
names is
copy paper
mine?
tries to answer why.
Or is that just like a show? I'm the 41st. I know I'm the 41st. That's my name right now. '42nd. Oh, are you sure? 42 stations of breath. External examination
Close.
summary.
The deceased wears armored boots and white briefs. The make of the briefs is Babrodin, I think. Let's see.
From where? Yeah, that's a wild random memory.
See, it's happening.
Babrodin, yes. Inexpensive. Size
Size
M. Color white.
The disappointment is palpable. The red-haired thing was expecting something more lurid.
The boots are ceramic, vitreous enamel. They are fused to his skin from blood flowing downward post-mortem. Removal of the boots is left for processing. The boot has a serial number. It's E50.100.100. The lines between the plates are in the shape of the alphanumerical. The number is purposefully concealed by the design. Tattoos. The upper torso is covered in a single, continuous tattoo, resembling a map of the night sky. It reaches from the right shoulder to the heart. The ink is blue and white. The assistant has a color photograph of the markings, to be added to the case files as document A1. The photo is taken on the scene, using a Trigat Mini.
Trigat Mini.
The deceased has a belt for airlifting cargo around his neck, tied with a hangman's knot. Color yellow. Length 3 meters. There is a buckle on the other end. Well-nourished, athletically built, measuring 1.8 meters. Generally consistent with age 42. Preservation is good. Ambient temperature below freezing. Body hair is light brown. Distribution is consistent with age. The deceased had male pattern baldness. Hair is combed back, short. Lividity is consistent with hanging. The head is congested. Contusions are present on the head, chest, and thighs. Consistent with stone thrown
Low velocity.
post-mortem. Low velocity.
Fucking low velocity. You think Kuno doesn't know what you're talking about? Velocity was fucking max.
Was fucking max.
Talking shit about Kuno's velocity.
In addition, there are bite marks on the face, scalp, and chest. Consistent with predation.
Right down but a man for high velocity? No.
You get your mark. The steel wiring. There's too much of it. We need to remove the belt so we can get to the ligature mark.
May I try?
It's no use. We should get chain cutters. You can try with them. I have a pair in the toolbox of my kinema.
Let's go get them.
Damn corpse. We had a good rhythm going.
Yeah, we're cracking into this. Like some real detective shit. Lieutenant's notes. Yeah, below freezing. Like, that is real fortunate that it maintained that temperature. If it had been anywhere above freezing, that corpse would have been way worse off. I think we should... Oh, Ace is high. What is this? Is there a limit to the number of these things I can research? Oh, I can forget them. Oh, I see. There's like no harm in it. Unless... Did I stop internalizing that? No, I didn't stop. They happened at the same time. Okay. Let's go get the bolt cutters and then come back. Negative ADC is perfect. Well, I don't think it's negative ADC outside, but yeah. Interesting.
Before you stands a motor carriage. The bodywork is covered in blue and white livery, bearing the number 57. Vapor emanates from the large engine on the back of the vehicle. It hasn't had time to cool off yet. This must be the infernal machine, that toy from oblivion. The Caprice
Worked in a
Kinema
pathology
motor
lab. Crazy.
In the cabin, you are welcomed by a set of steering levers, a radio microphone on a hook, a pull-out toolbox under the seat, and the soft glow of the fuel preheater gauge.
Pull out the toolbox.
A metallic drawer slides out from under the seat and clicks into place. The tools inside are neatly organized.
Take what you need, officer. It's going to be a long case. I'm not protective of my tools, like some men are.
He's clearly a little protective of his tools. But what can you do? Work is... The pry bar feels nice and cold in your hand. Heavier
Got a pry
than
bar.
you'd think. Useful for opening all sorts of doors and lids. The handles are long and sleek. Snap,
Let's get our
snap,
toolkit
are the
going.
cutters in your hand. You can do good work with these. Cut chains, locks, and ropes, especially belts. It's robust, weatherproof, and well-made. Police issue.
We are well equipped now.
Lets you see things in the dark you would otherwise miss. The pull-out toolbox slides back into its nest. Preheater gauge casts a warm glow on the steering levers and the radio on its hook.
We're gonna come back. We're gonna deal with this corpse first. First things first, deal with the corpse. Once we're done with the corpse, I'm gonna talk to Kim. We're gonna get our debrief or our briefing.
The rotting man lies on his side. With his eyes, the lieutenant adjusts his glasses and takes a deep breath.
Now that we have the chain cutters, let's cut the belt.
Mm-hmm. Cut with as much precision as you can, please.
I mean, that's still a hard job. Make sure things are filled in at the right temp. That's still hard work.
See, my pig is gonna fuck his head off.
These guys are crazy.
No, he ain't. Your pig's a boring fuck.
Oh, fuck. Look for a good
The
spot
belt
to
is
cut.
equally tight around the whole circumference of his neck, swelling over the edges like
Oh,
white
we're
bread
gonna fuck this
rising
up,
from
aren't
the
we?
east.
I do have a skill point. It's true.
The knot is the weak spot. The chain cutters fit in there. Steady now.
Oh,
Like a flower
but we
arranger.
were...
2 cuts and it should come loose.
72% is pretty solid. Let's give it a go.
You jam the cutters right under the knot. That seems like a smart idea. Yeah, somewhere there. Already they're buried deep in the man's flesh. Then you rotate them to get a better hold. Then the lieutenant looks by, somewhat worried as you summon power words to your aid. A really, really bad smell is coming from there now. And some kind of cracking sound.
Fuck.
Yeah, fuck him. Fuck that faggoty. Corpse fucking
72 was so good. It was looking so good.
Told you my pig was hardcore.
I should have a go first. I think I have a strategy.
He sinks the cutters into the knot, preparing to perform the cuts. With
3
his
plus
elbow
1.
to his knee for precision.
Keep rolling ones tonight.
Snap. The knot is slashed. Another cut and the belt falls apart like a flower bouquet, revealing the dead man's neck and the dark red ligature mark around it.
My last pass was a 6 plus 1. What the fuck?
Here. The rope rises to a point, leaving a gap in the ligature mark. The suspension point is in the back of the neck, on the nape. Hemorrhaging is observed on the skin, above and below the ligature mark. The mark is well pronounced, consistent with a drop from 1 or 1.5 meters. Chest is intact, normal contour. Abdomen is protuberant. Pelvis intact. Genitalia...
Uh-oh.
No! Let's get up and see!
I fucking knew it!
This is clearly what they've been waiting for, ever since the autopsy began. The lieutenant is trying to make it as boring as possible.
Genitalia is male and unremarkable. No evidence of injury.
Oh, I think we'll just write that down and move along. We're not gonna investigate that any further.
Back is symmetrical and intact. Upper and lower extremities are intact, but asymmetrical. There are combat injuries on the right hand, thigh, and hip. In addition, I see smaller, residual scars, too numerous to count, covering about 30% of his skin.
A lot of scarring.
From wounds sustained over 2, maybe more decades, dispersal and accumulation indicates long and active combat duty.
We have a real museum here. Of battles, wars. Last item. Hands. Hands are clean. No sign of a recent struggle. Maybe I'm just not seeing them. Honestly, this stench is making it hard for me to think at the moment.
I should have looked too. Damn.
Ooh. That's all for the external. Well done. What next? I'm afraid we can't continue before we've gone through both the external and internal examination first, thoroughly. This, I remind you, also necessitates the removal of the belt from around his neck, so we have a visual on the injury. Central nervous system. I have nothing. Do you have anything on this man's central nervous system?
Of course, there is a moral to be drawn from it. A moral to this story.
No. No moral to the story.
Musculoskeletal. Purge fluid is coming from the mouth. Not injury related. Eyes and tongue protuberant. Hyoid bone. Let's see.
With his eyes almost closed, the lieutenant puts his hand on the dead man's throat and begins to massage it, gently. A rotting smell erupts from the mouth. Purge fluid runs down his lips, black and viscous.
Yeah, jack that fucker off!
Oh my god.
The hyoid bone is fractured. The rest of the musculoskeletal system is intact. Unremarkable. Respiratory system. Oral cavity shows no lesions. The victim has received dental implants, possibly after a combat wound. Mouth swollen. Hemorrhaging present in mucosa.
I'm gonna look inside. We keep not looking, we're gonna look now.
No scream. No sigh of relief rises from the darkness inside. It's humid there.
Nope.
Sickly sweet air, unlike anything living. You feel like you're
Pull
about
out.
to throw up again.
Pull out.
Straight in that mouth of his.
Hepatobiliary. NA. Are you a hepatobiliary expert?
I don't think so.
Neither am I. Same for toxicology and serology. And cardiovascular. The body exhibits heavy lividity. Blood has gathered in the hands, feet, and neck.
Seems like a very simple
Hypostasis
case.
is visually consistent with a
Man was
hanging.
lynched.
Gastrointestinal.
This will do.
Digested semi-solid food in stomach. Voila. What's next on the list?
Description of injuries.
Let's see. We have bite marks, contusions on the head and chest, and a ligature mark encircling the neck. You'll need 3 fields. Leave a 4th one too. Head, chest, and scalp bite mark injuries. Predation by birds has caused damage to the body. Odontologist does not need to be
We don't need a
consulted.
bird expert.
And your opinion, officer?
Not fatal. Post-mortem.
Agreed. Next injury?
Fusions.
So, the scalp bleeds from a post-mortem head injury, a stone. The injury does not have the rim of an early inflammatory response. The perpetrator on the scene has confessed to causing it post-mortem.
True.
At maximum velocity, fucko!
Maximum velocity.
Has confessed to causing it at maximum velocity.
Write it down.
Coagulated blood sticks to his scalp and chest, where the countless stones have hit the dead man. Beneath the description of injury,
Non-fatal
2
post-mortem.
boxes.
Right. Next,
Ligature marks.
a dark red abraded ligature mark encircling the neck, with a gap on the nape measuring, let's say, 7 centimeters. The hyoid bone is fractured. The cervical column intact. I see hemorrhaging on the skin, above and below the ligature mark. Depth of the mark, 1 centimeter. No signs of clawing on the neck.
Below the note, 2 customary boxes wait to be ticked. The man's head jerks to the side. The ring around his neck is visible.
Oh, I don't want to say it's the fatal... you know, I'm gonna be honest. I don't think it was what killed him. I think he was dead when he was hung up. I think there's other things involved. We don't know the toxicology. Exactly. He didn't try to fight it. He didn't struggle. I don't think... Okay. Ultimately, it might have been the cause of death. But I think there were drugs involved. Possibly, I think this guy might have been drugged and then lynched. So, while the drugs may not have been the cause of death, we can't write that down. I think it was... Yeah, because when you get hung, if your hands aren't tied, you usually try to scratch at the rope so that you can breathe. There was none of that. But can we actually say that it wasn't what killed him? This is a toughie. Because if he was drugged, were the drugs what killed him, or was it the rope? We don't have toxicology. I can't decide. Opinion fatal injury. Yeah, we'll say opinion fatal injury. I mean, in my opinion, it's not, but we don't have a guarantee that it's post-mortem. So opinion, fatal injury.
That's it. We have established cause of death. It's not much, and it leaves much to be questioned.
I agree,
Kim.
Kim.
A start. Let's wrap this up. I pronounce this field autopsy over.
What now?
Now we put him in a body bag and I drive him to Forborg for processing.
The lieutenant looks at the dead man one more time, then at his notebook, then at the corpse again. He's thinking, did I miss something?
Oh, yes, we did.
You tilt your head, also looking at the corpse. I'm sure we didn't get everything. There's always something.
Tell me, who are you, dead man?
The fish lips
Are
stay
you
silent
fucking
in
kidding
response.
me?
You must be losing your mind.
1 point short.
Asking him that.
I told you, he is male, 40 to 50, with an athletic build.
Perception. Perception. Sky! Hi. Yes, that's me. We'll put a point into perception. We have an 8% chance to roll this. I think we need to roll what? We need to roll at least 2 5s. Oh my god.
You run your hands over the victim's
we
cold
were
body,
one short.
his limbs, his torso with its swollen organs. Maybe you should be more thorough. His fingernails have turned dark. They're chipped and quite long.
Wait, why is there dirt under them?
That's all.
Do you think we missed something?
You can't shake the feeling that there are more secrets concealed in the flesh
I should have
before
been
you.
the one to fill your dark soul with light. There's something we're not seeing.
Okay, well, we are in livor mortis here. He is disintegrating. We need to refrigerate the body if we want to conduct another examination.
Where do we find a
need
fridge
to
for
do
the
it
body?
fast.
Even the pets.
It would have to be industrial in size. Let's start by asking Gart at the Whirling in Rags and the Fritz store down at the gate.
Only if all
If they
else
don't know,
fails do we ask Kuno.
But only
Hydrate.
if all
Okay.
else fails.
Shrimp check. Yep. Okay. Okay.
Fuck are you looking at, Beano, man? You want a piece of the Kuno? Wanna get fucked?
Only if all else fails.
Let's hurry then.
This is one task we cannot sideline. With every hour, whatever we are looking for will become harder to find.
Alright, Gart is first. We're not done with this body yet. We gotta ask Gart. Can I borrow your fridge? This body needs to be put on ice. Why am I exploding? Oh. Union paraphernalia.
Can I help you?
I seem to be in need of a fridge.
Yes. For the dead body. You want to put a dead corpse into my fridge, right?
Correct him.
Yeah, that's the gist of it.
Well, I have a fridge, and you're not putting it here.
I'm not even gonna ask why. You're just gonna say something mean.
This is a culinary establishment, not a morgue. You don't have to ask me why you can't store a dead body in my kitchen.
It would only be for...
Lieutenant, you too? You're asking too? No. The answer is no. I will not turn this place into some kind of macabre circus.
Let's go talk to the frit clerk.
To the frit! I don't even know where that is. I think it's this way. This. Closed for winter. Please use main entry. Look, there's a guy.
Welcome to Rivachol.
Racist lorry driver.
Don't you
partner like
welcome
that.
to Revachol me. My grandfather came here from a 3,000-year-old racist isolationist culture, while your ancestors came to this island a mere 300 years ago. Every school of thought and government has failed in the city, but I love it nonetheless. It belongs to me as much as it belongs to you.
You tell him, Kim.
It's men like you who keep Revachol divided, making it that much harder for everyone to climb out of this post-war limbo.
What he means is, fixation on the Revacholian nation makes it harder for Revachol to actually attain self-determination.
You're right. You're undermining our best shot at real self-determination.
Oh, come on, man. I just said, welcome to Rivachol.
The lorry
It's
driver.
a lorry driver thing.
I know exactly what you meant. You think my kind doesn't belong here, that I should watch myself and behave.
Yeah, rip into this guy, Kim.
But you see, I'm an officer of the RCM. It's actually my job to make sure you behave. I would advise you to remember that.
Yeah, fucking get his ass.
Silence. The air between them becomes tense. Your partner needs backup. Now's your moment to shine.
Well, I think we've all learned something. Fucking A, Kim, I got your back. Hi, Sandy, thank you for the pets. But, Baralin, you stole my hat! I don't know which one to pick. I want to support Kim. I think I just gotta go fucking A, Kim. I got your back.
You two make a cute couple. You know that?
Oh, fuck you, guy.
The lieutenant exhales and resumes his regular
Oh, thank you for my hat back. Now that that's settled, we have a couple of questions.
Whatever you say, officers.
Officers.
He smells of heavy motor oils and his breath of high tar content cigarettes. Probably
I found this mug in the trash.
Astroworks.
Yours? The racist mug!
Oh man, that's great. Look at that guy go. Haven't seen anything that funny in a while.
Is it yours?
God damn. Thanks for that, but no, it's not mine.
He doesn't live in Martinez.
What are you hauling?
Oh, not much anymore. I'm here to pick up some cargo, but the dock workers are on strike, so it's a sit and wait on your ass situation.
Yeah, they're French. I'm sorry. I should have put a warning on my stream. How long has this been going on then?
The strike? Oh, they've been at it for a while. A month. 2 months, maybe. But this here is just the last week or so.
What kind of cargo are you supposed to pick up?
Apples.
Apples.
Apples is exactly the kind of thing you'd say if you had something to hide.
Sounds like a cover
Look,
story to me.
As detective, I come from a long line of lorrymen. We got ancient rights and privileges.
Privileges.
Oh, I'm here to pick up a load of fucking apples, man.
Just
regular Koiko picked apples.
Koiko picked apples.
Damn, you're not gonna get more out of him on this. He's put up the wall of racism.
Damn, we're done for now. I'm done talking to racist guy. Is this it? I think this is it. Is this where we need to go? Woo. Yellow roses, dozens of them. Melancholy pop song.
The tear machine stands in the corner.
What is this machine?
Oh, that's the tear machine.
Yeah, but what is it?
It's a machine for tear. You know, you find tear outside, like bottles or whatever, and put it in the machine, then it gives you money.
I told you I was gonna stream this today.
You need a bag, I guess.
How you doing?
We used to have some, but we gave them all out, so... Feel free to use it if you find a bag, though. I'm sure there are
somewhere
some out there.
No bag. No bag.
A small cabinet on the wall is filled
That's
with
true. I
various
forget you
medicine
work
bottles,
late.
nasal sprays, and blister packs. They all bear the Saint Baptiste Pharmaceutics logo. Their logo is the bloodless rose.
Untouched
pure
by
white,
harm. That's funny for cigarettes. Oh no, they're nasal sprays and blister packs. Okay.
Just ask me if you need anything from Saint Baptiste. We don't stock prescription meds, but we do have Nosafed, Duramine, Magnesium, and Hypnogamma.
Wow. Hey lady, can I borrow your
Welcome
fridge?
to Frit. Feel free to look around or something. Everything is out on the shelves.
What's that magazine she's reading?
Let's proceed. I have some questions for you.
Okay. I'm not really supposed to be chatting to anyone, but...
You have a fridge.
Mm-hmm. Right behind you.
You need to store a corpse there.
You're joking, right?
You need to store the corpse of the hangman in your fridge.
Okay.
Wouldn't
It wouldn't even fit, you know?
Now that I'm looking at it, maybe a glass-doored fridge in a public grocery store isn't the best option for storing
You're right.
corpse.
Plus the fridge is too small anyway.
Okay.
Can you tell me anything about the dead body?
I don't really know anything. I mean, I know it's there, but I haven't seen it, so...
How long has it been there?
I don't know, really long.
Do you know the man
Not
who died?
really.
Do you mean you knew him a little?
No. I didn't know him at all.
Okay. What do you think happened? I don't
know.
No need to worry. It's just standard procedure for us to ask around. If you hear anything, let us know, okay?
Okay.
Thanks for your help.
Uh-huh.
Okay. Well, it's come to the worst case scenario. We have to ask Kuno if Kuno knows where I can find a fridge for a rotting corpse. I can't believe it's come down to this. Hey, Kuno.
Fuck does Kuno care?
Kuno, I need a fridge to stash the body.
For the fuck imp. Good thing you asked the Kunmeister. Kuno knows a fridge. Perfect for freezing
Really? I don't believe it.
Kuno knows all kinds of shit. Kuno gets around.
And where can I find this perfect fridge then?
Bacon Man's in a rush. But what's in it for the Kuno? What's the return on Kuno's investment?
Fine, Kuno, don't help me then. Oh, and we can't retry it, and it's a 50-50? And it's for rhetoric? Okay, You know what? We'll put the point in there. Yeah, we'll be big rhetoric brain. 72%. Okay. We're looking pretty good. I have to just get a 6 or higher on the dice.
By killing in his territory, someone has openly challenged Kuno. It's in his best interest to put them in their place.
Some arrogant... Have you gotten a bag for your bottles yet? I haven't. We've actually just been doing body stuff. Like, I haven't walked around, really. Some arrogant shit thinks he can kill in Kuno's kingdom without asking the Kuno first? That sounds like lawlessness to me.
A dark flame smolders in Kuno's eyes as he ponders your argument. Wordless, like kings do.
This outlaw's fate is in your hands. Let's make an example of him. Help me locate him using fridge body technology.
Alright, Kuno hears ya. See that shit house over there?
Points to the collapsed building with the bookstore.
A cold comes over you as you glance behind him at the crumbling colossus there.
You mean the doomed
casting a shadow on
commercial area?
Whatever. Don't fuck back at the Kuno. You gotta get in that shit. In there deep.
Yes, he means the doomed commercial area.
Check the fucking basement, pig. Don't you know anything? Always check the fucking basement.
Fuck.
Recon style.
We're gonna have to go down there? Oh. So, you missed it. Kim... I convinced Kim to shoot the buckle, but he missed. But then I took the gun, and I was actually able to shoot the buckle down myself. And I was like, it was... Oh my god. It was so cool.
There's a giant fridge down there. Fucking will fit, no problem. It looks like a white bird or some shit.
Oh,
Try not
God.
to piss yourself when you see it.
A white bear? A
Polar bear. Thanks, Kuno.
You didn't hear it from Kuno, pig. But don't forget where you heard it from.
Kuno owns you now, pig. You're Kuno's property.
Kuno doesn't fucking care.
Kim,
Yes?
tell me about the case again.
What do you want to know?
I want to know more about this pissing competition you mentioned.
What's there to say? It's just stupidity.
What kind of stupidity?
The cop kind. Our precincts can't decide if Martinez is part of Jamrock or the Industrial Harbor. Yours or mine, as if we somehow own parts of the city. Typical street gang mentality. So we've let the Union make a mockery of law enforcement here. And now it's come to its natural conclusion.
Oh, so this is the struggle over who runs Martinez.
Well, sort of. It's less a matter of who gets to police Martinez than who has to. It's an orphan district, in other words. I think the dispatch desk just told both our stations about the hanging. There was quite the brouhaha at the 57th, I can tell you that. Time to settle it, they said. Cop off. But I assure you, I am not their finest or toughest, with 102 cases solved. What I am is least interested in a pissing competition.
That was a humble brag. He was humble bragging. Kim was humble bragging.
So he volunteered to represent the 57th, but not out of competitiveness.
Wonder what this says about me that I was sent by my station. I'm gonna leave why I was sent
The
unspecified.
silence carries.
You volunteered to spoil it?
Yes, I am an unrepentant spoil sport.
Tell me about something else.
Yes, it's a wholly pointless matter. Forget I ever mentioned it.
I wanted to talk about you.
Me?
Yes, you.
I don't see how my life is pertinent to the investigation.
Well, we'll work better together if we have more rapport.
That's a fair point. All right, for the good of the investigation, what do you want to know?
You ever talk with yourself?
What do you mean?
You know, when you're thinking, do you ever have, like, conversations, like, with your brain?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
The lieutenant's conceptualization skills must be rather rudimentary. The lieutenant is a police officer of the old school. His concerns are material and extrinsic.
Interesting.
But this isn't an old school case.
I get it. You're one of those old school detectives.
So what? That makes you the new school?
God
spare us. For real detective work, nothing beats a good notebook by your side.
The lieutenant produces his small blue notebook and idly
not wrong.
thumbs through a few pages. That's where his conversations with himself take place. We all have our different mediums. His is written.
That's
Glasses.
You feel a slight urge to put the lieutenant down for this, but you can't quite muster enough testosterone.
Glasses are cool, I guess.
Are they? They're mostly just cumbersome.
That's all for now.
Good. Let's change the subject.
Okay. We need to go back there for the fridge, and she's not gonna be happy about that at all. Disappeared. I had a circle and it disappeared. Lady, we need your fridge.
Hello again, esteemed officer, and welcome to Crime,
Huge building,
Romance,
fridge in
and
this building cellar.
Biographies of Famous People.
Leave me
A
there.
fridge? No, I don't know anything about a fridge. Aren't you interested in books?
Lady, I need your fridge.
For whatever reason, she's lying to you about the fridge. Seems like you have to find your own way to the
Okay, so
cellar.
I need to get to the fridge in the cellar. It's a police matter. I have a dead body to take care of.
A dead what? Oh my god! A victim of the curse? The curse has started killing people? It's killing now?
You're right. The curse is worse than ever, and that's why you need to let me in there to investigate.
You're right. It's worse than I imagined. We definitely have to contain it now.
Holy shit, she agrees?
Yes, this is your chance.
Yes!
This is your chance. Only a paradetective can solve this case. This definitely softened her up. The curtains, tattered with age and covered
Them
in
apart
dust
this time for
and
real.
You see a dimly lit room full of dusty furniture and trash. A doorway stands in the back, covered
Oh, this is
in
creepy.
dozens of scary little Seminese wards, your shadow looming over it like an omen.
I warned you. You're unleashing forces beyond your understanding.
Oh, this is not good. This is so not good.
A heavy door with a missing handle stands before you, covered in dozens, if not hundreds. Only an echo. No one is there. A hollowed out, dark echo.
Yes?
How do I open the door? I need the key. Lady.
I wasn't kidding when I said we're parapsychologically done. You clearly don't care about the consequences. What gives? Don't expect my help from now on. The back door is locked and I threw away the key. I won't trifle with such. Do look at the books, though. The books compel you. You may be able to make up for this by buying a lot of books. I hope you're a voracious reader. Okay, but please, only a few questions. You wouldn't want to disturb the spirits. Yes, the Simonese are very crafty, and their wards are extremely powerful. Lesser
Open
wards
the
simply
door,
won't do here.
or I'm gonna throw rocks through your window, you dumb.
Failure. So much more failure. It's not good to talk about the curse, not in detail. The negativism. It's dangerous. Talking about the void wraiths angers them.
Wow. Void raves. You have new words. The woman before you scans.
Okay, we need to level up We need to level up, and we need to put a point in that so I can do stuff. And I'm not close to leveling up at all. Whack! Ah. Oh! Bag! 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 Got the bag. We're gonna collect so many bottles. We're gonna collect so many bottles. You would never believe the number of bottles we're gonna collect. What's this? Money? What's this? Better bullet holes line the wall. That's not good. Roundabout north. Martinet Pier. Apartments, Martinet Pier. Bird! Holy shit, is there gonna be a way in from back here?
This is a wall on the side of an apartment building.
Why am I looking at this wall?
You have no clue. It's just
Oh,
a
I was
wall.
close.
So many walls.
I was so close. This.
There must be another way into the building.
What was that? Ah! What the fuck? That was so loud. What the fuck was that? Ugh. Okay. I don't know if anyone else heard that, but that was loud as fuck. God, that hurt. How do I get up there? Anything else back here? No, just you. Hi.
Are you trying to sneak up on me? Come
Slit
to
my
slit
throat.
my throat in my sleep?
Logic error.
She's not
She's
sleeping
not
right now.
sleeping right now.
Pig's come to take me out. Trying to snuff me out.
Are you sleeping right now?
Don't get fucking clever with me, pig. You think you're so clever.
I do. Okay. Nothing back there. What's this? Whoa. I don't know what those are. What's this? Oh, it's locked. Wait, can I?
Hey.
Oh! Is this a shirt? I can have a blue coat.
Yeah, you better keep walking.
Girl, she spilled paint?
A sturdy metal door guards the southwest entrance to the apartment building.
It's an apartment
It's locked.
building.
The door rattles against your knuckles, but there's no response.
What if I knock again?
The door rattles again, but this time you hear an elderly woman's voice calling out from inside.
Stop banging on the door! I'm not letting any more strangers inside.
This is the police. Open the door. Hold on, who am I speaking to?
Doesn't matter who I am. Now,
From within comes the faint sound of a broom sweeping across the concrete floor.
Ma'am, this is an investigation.
the police? Everyone knows the police don't come round here. No, I already told. Go check the backyard
Oh my God.
door. Maybe someone there will.
Backyard door. There must be another entrance to the east.
Kim, tell her we're real policemen.
Madame, I assure you, we are real police officers.
There is no reply. Just faint sweeping sounds inside.
Even Kim couldn't convince her. What the fuck do you want, lady? Can I even talk to you from down here?
The streets will flow red once more. A great torrent rushing down Rue de Esperance. You wait and see.
The streets will not flow red with anything. Who are you?
I'm Cindy the fucking Skull. What else do you want to know? Date of birth, blood type, the last time I was tested for Hep C.
Just answer some questions, okay?
Ask away, pigman, but I don't promise to answer.
Looking off to the side, what are you looking at?
The lieutenant furrows his brow at another one of your eccentricisms. Hatred, disgust. It's difficult to tell which of the two is more present in her
Lady on a boat.
girlish features. The woman on the boat does not notice her staring.
That is on her. Someone's got to keep an eye on her.
Ozon is an archipelago 2 days' travel away from Rivershot.
Hey, what's
its
she doing
moneyed
here?
residents, used to posh restaurants and upscale boutiques, rarely have reason to visit Martinez.
Probably the Wild Pines rep. We should talk to her. She's a professional negotiator, though. I have the feeling she will be very cooperative while telling us nothing. You should take the lead. Ask her unexpected questions, you know?
You think,
Do your
don't be
thing.
afraid to be wacky.
Don't be afraid to get a bit wacky. Throwing her off is our best bet.
Good idea, piggies. Run along now. Fuck her shit up good. Watch your back, ungulate. You've got eyes on you.
Gary? Bottles. Bottles of bottles. Lots of bottles. Oh, more bottles. Surely I'll be able to pay off my 130 real by picking up bottles, right? Oh my god.
A striking woman leans against the cabin top of her sailing boat, smiling as you approach. Her green raincoat glistens with droplets. A silk scarf is tied around her throat.
Good afternoon, officers. I'm Joyce. Joyce L. Messier. I represent the board of Wild Pines, the owners of the harbour. You gentlemen must be from the RCM.
What gave us away?
Nothing, honestly. I've said it to every drunk in town, and you're the first one who's responded.
Relax. She meant it in jest.
Shake her hand.
I'm glad to see you here.
Like steel. There is strength there. If she wanted, she could sink her nails deep into your skin.
Interesting.
I was dispatched to handle a strike, not a lynching. Anything I can do to assist the RCM in this matter,
You
I
pay
will.
me 130 real?
That is good to hear, madame. My colleague will take the lead on this interview. I should let you know that he is recovering from an unusual medical episode. Very unusual. But I can assure you of his ultimate competency.
There's a trace of irony in his voice. Mischief, even. This is a tactic.
How interesting. I wish you a swift recovery. In the meanwhile, you have my full cooperation. and the full cooperation of the Wild Pines Group.
You seem rich. Can I have some money?
Is what you want to say, but it isn't that easy, is it?
What? Why not?
Look at that lady. Take a gander.
Lustrous hair.
Squint your eyes, bub. A well-kempt, yet tastefully short bob of dark hair. Despite the first hints of grey, she's elected to keep it au naturel, shaped into a permanent wave. Late 40s style. Positively statuesque. While dull orange pearls hang from her earlobes, red from the cold. Her light green eyes scan you, full of knowledge and worry. Wealth and all its possibilities. These are the kind eyes of the rich man that seem to say everything is possible, within reason. Now look at you, you misery-clad simian, barely able to tie your own laces. Your armpits are lakes. A scythe of booze precedes you. Your hair sticks to your forehead, and your underwear feels uncomfortable. You're poor, poor as balls. You can't ask this person for money. You're too...
I'm ashamed?
Yes, you're too ashamed to ask this person for money. Too scared to belittle yourself in their eyes. Those half-precious stones of Odinel.
As I was saying, if there's any way I may be of assistance, please don't hesitate to ask. What we do, I'm afraid I don't speak for Wild Pines as a whole. It's a giant undertaking.
There was a touch of discomfort there. She wants to merely represent.
The Pines' core competency is logistics. Container shipping, freight, that sort of thing. See those airships there, blinking? Those are the shipping side of things. And that is the terminal. Another subdivision deals with energy, oil and gas exploration, offshore platforms.
The Wild Pines Group is one of the original Revacholian Indo-tribes. Companies awarded royal monopolies by the king, the suzerain himself, centuries ago. The king is long gone, but several of the Indo-tribes remain.
I'm not at liberty to discuss the company balance sheet, but I can tell you that last year, the company booked more than 20 billion real in revenue.
The money I owe is so much less than that.
Yes, past a certain point, numbers begin to seem imaginary.
Hello.
But they are quite real for the 72,000 employees who depend on Wild Pines for their paycheck.
Like M090 Chromie? Is that supposed to be monochrome? They're quite real for the oh, wow. I'm embracing the disco. I don't think I've become the disco. I'm a very poor person right now.
The size of Wild Pines is like a shark. If it stops moving and growing, it will die. Then what becomes of those 72,000 families? It is a tremendous responsibility.
Where does Wild Pines get all these billions?
They started as an exploration and cargo fleet conducting trade between the Samaran and Insulindian Isolas 250 years ago, when pine ships explored the South Seminese and charted Lomantang on behalf of the suzerain.
We're all poor in the world of disco. True.
Centuries of care, deliberation, and madness have gone into this endeavor. Vessels pass through the great unrest to re-emerge with apricots in tow. The logic of the system is totalizing. It's taken everything from its employees to build it. You mean aside from being the terminal's legal owners, who are responsible for moving 8% of the world's cargo?
Wow. That's quite the endeavor. You don't keep it moving, the workers do. The company is nothing without them.
We built this district.
We. There it is. She owns up to it.
All the best parts of it. Rue de Saint-Ghislain, with its bastions.
We caught her.
The plazas, Meteor and Mosaic. Even some of the old street lamps have been put back thanks to the investments from the WP. Before Martinez was swallowed by the industrial harbour, even before it was part of Revachol. Long before Terminal B was erected here, the Pines built it as a resort for its Revacholian
We caught her.
employees.
Ladies and gentlemen, we got
A
her.
company getaway, for a weekend or a summer holiday. Then came the revolution. But that's another matter. I'm here to make sure the Pines can fulfill their responsibilities to the place they built.
With your help, hopefully, says her warm tone.
Should we try it? I think we keep asking her questions.
Everything. Right up to, but not including, trade secrets.
But what if I want to hear about the trade
First, you'd have to repeal the Emergencies Act of Trade and Aliments. That gives me the right to silence. It's
Octopus,
quite the
I will
octopus.
slay it. Wouldn't want to disturb an octopus. Better let it be.
I am glad you see it that way. To repeal the act would mean repealing the coalition government, the one that leases you the right to police West Revachol.
You'd be shooting yourself in the foot, in other words.
Leave it alone.
But I am derailing us. You wanted to know about the strike.
What is your
I
role in
believe
this
the official
precisely?
title is Senior Labor Negotiator. In practice, I'm a grocery clerk. I relay the union's demands to Wild Pines and return with Wild Pines' counteroffer.
And how are the talks going?
They're not. That's the problem. The union stopped all negotiations a week ago, after that awful lynching took place. Now they won't even let me into the harbour. There's a 2-meter 20 racist behemoth blocking the gates. What can I say? The union employs a giant covered in tattoos. A racist giant. I guess that's part of their big tent organisation now. Let's say I was not making the kind of progress I'd hoped for when I first arrived.
And when did you first arrive?
I arrived 3 weeks ago. Yes, in the middle of February. The bay was still partially frozen then. I prefer to do these things on site, like the RCM.
But the strike began in December.
I wasn't the original negotiator here. I took over after Mr. Gaumont hit a wall with Mr. Clare, the union boss. Mr. Clare refused to speak with Gaumont despite concessions he'd granted the union in prior negotiations.
Damn.
This isn't the first time the union has gone on strike.
Heavens no. There have been 2 prior strikes. Both times the union won significant concessions, including overtime pay and a medical plan.
I mean,
This
good for
time their
them.
demands are more, I guess you could say, aggressive.
Ludicrous, even. It's meant.
Tell me about the union boss.
Everard Clare is a man of the utmost integrity. If you can say one thing about him, it's that he always puts the interests of the workers first.
Really?
Of course not. Everard is fantastically corrupt. I imagine he has a thick, viscous goo where you and I have blood.
If you were to prick him with something sharp, you could see it oozing out. A knife, maybe?
No.
No, a rapier.
Sound like you're about to take a rapier to him.
Oh, heavens, no. We get along just fine. Yet, now that you mention it, I can't stop imagining that black treacle just dribbling down his double chin.
Is he that bad?
He is the most corrupt individual I have ever seen, and I deal with men like him for a living. If there is anyone more venal, more irredeemably nepotistic, then it's his twin brother,
Wait,
Edgar.
there are 2 of him?
Yes, Edgar looks exactly like his brother, except for that lazy eye. He also talks exactly like Everard does, and when one's term as foreman is
Holy
up,
shit.
the other takes over.
Insane.
It's how they circumvent the term limits, you see, with a funny little switcheroo. While in office, they've embezzled God knows how much of their workers' dues.
What about the union itself?
The Débardeurs Union was once a perfectly normal institution. 20 years ago, anyway. It must not have been easy to establish under the Emergency Act, but they did it. I can respect that. Organised labour at its best, as they say. Then something happened in the local chapter elections. The brothers Clare came and transformed it into a... how do you say?
A mob. The Débardeurs are a crime syndicate. Sad as it may be, I suspect we'll be forced to cooperate with them.
Refreshingly honest, officer. The company has tried appeasing in the past, but I'm afraid our concessions have only emboldened Everard and his brother. And your opinion, Detective, if I may ask? I'm a curious and talkative person, you see. Would you say the Debardeurs Union is...
A giant leech sucking the life out of Revachol? Yeah. With the current people working it, yeah.
Indeed. And a hungry one. Sadly, Wild Pines have cooperated with what amounts to a crime syndicate for 2 decades. However much you feed the leech always hungers. There are leaflets everywhere, and banners. What did they say again? Oh yes, every worker, a member of the board.
Insane!
Most of the workers probably don't know what that means.
I like it, but...
Then you might also like their other slogan. Demand democracy.
Oh yeah, that's a good one.
Personally, I don't think it has the same pizzazzo as every worker, a member of the board.
What do they mean by it, though? What's the demand?
It's quite simple, you see. Every time the Wild Pines group makes a decision, about what? About anything, really, it needs the signature of each of the 2,200 workers in its Martinez terminal.
Amazing.
Just so you understand, this is but one of 22 terminals owned by Wild Pines. Essentially, not only are they kings of the company, they are also kings of the 72,000 employees of Wild
Pines Group. The king is dead! Long live the workers!
That may well be. It's not up to me to decide who is king, but as negotiations go, it's not a swell start.
What are you going to do?
I'm not sure. Naturally, I assume that was just their opening position, a hard-nosed tactic with a side of mockery. But there's been no follow-up, just the same nonsensical slogan repeated over and over again. And now, people are getting lynched, I hear. Behind the whirling in rags. A disastrous situation if there ever was one.
Excuse me, from whom did you hear about this lynching?
I first heard it from the boyer at the gates. The one whose very name advertises his aversion to work. I think he said it was, "Call me mañana."
This checks out.
Mr. Clare told him to... how did he put it? Fuck off, midget. Gaumont is short of stature, you see.
Not cool.
Keep in mind, this is a negotiator Mr. Clare has worked with before, and who was more than fair with him and the union.
Did something happen in the election?
I'm glad you asked. There was a woman, the previous forewoman of the union. She disappeared.
Disappeared?
Disappeared?
Yes. On the last day of the local chapter elections, her daughter phoned in and said she wasn't running anymore, or coming to work. Ever. End of story. Downright haunting, if you ask me. The Wild Pines suspected foul play, but what could they do? It was a union matter. The point of the presentation is, these kinds of things happen around the Clares. Watch out when you're dealing with him.
Thank you for your concern, ma'am. We'll be just fine.
Let's change the topic.
Of course. How else can I help? That's the man who was killed. I'm afraid this is a discussion for once we've cleared the lynching question. Better not tie the forestay to the backstay on this. I hope there is something else I can help you with.
She
Interesting.
wants to answer the question. Protocol keeps her from it.
What can you tell me about this
Quite a few
lynching?
things, I'm afraid. The information I'm to share with you includes sensitive trade secrets. For the sake of my employer, I have to ask for your names and badge numbers.
Of course, ma'am. We should have introduced ourselves.
Oh,
I am Lieutenant
no.
Kitsuragi from Precinct 57. And this is my colleague from Precinct 41. I'm afraid he doesn't have his badge at the moment. I hope mine will suffice.
How curious. Why is that, Detective?
Awkwardness washes over the conversation. The woman doesn't like this turn of events.
Uh-oh. Remember when my partner told you I'd recently suffered from an unusual medical episode? My lost badge is related to it.
I see. So, are you saying you lost your badge during the course of this episode?
It's possible. After a night of heavy drinking, I lost all memory of my life and the world.
Oh dear. Some kind of encephalopathic amnesia. I don't even know how to respond. I do believe you, naive as that may sound. I simply can't imagine what you gain by faking such a condition.
As I said, ma'am, his technique may be very unconventional, but he is an officer of the RCM.
Of course, I sympathize, but I'm afraid I simply can't share anything more until I've seen that badge.
Uh-oh.
Hang on. She's a professional negotiator. She should be open to some sort of mutually beneficial arrangement.
Come on. We need to roll an 11, and we have a +3. So we need to roll an 8. It's slightly above average. We can do it.
Feelings will guide the way.
So why the what? Why the what? Oh.
I assure you, it is no small matter for me either. We all share the responsibility for disarming this situation. I hope you have a badge for me as soon as possible.
She's silent. The wind flaps the sail above her.
This boat, for example, at a home somewhere. I only have this cape.
You know, I don't mean to sound cold, but if you want something, you have
More
to
than
give
just
something
guilt.
back. More than just guilt.
We'll heal our morale.
You're doing it. Despite your own best efforts, you're still getting in.
I'll be frank with you. If I'm going to break protocol, I need to be able to justify it to my superiors. They're going to
Tangible.
want to see something tangible. The Union is conducting drug trade out of the harbour. It's an open secret in Martinez. Surely it must not come as a complete surprise to the RCM either.
Okay,
Perhaps it's time to look into it.
I guess I can bust down on the drug trade in Martinez just a little.
Or you can find your badge, which honestly seems like a lost cause.
Detective, a word in private before we continue. This is not going quite as I hoped it would, Detective. Honestly, I was expecting you to use your unorthodox technique to keep her off balance, and not volunteer us to be her henchman.
And it was going so well.
This woman is running circles around us. She might have known about your misplaced badge all along, or she's simply an adept improviser. Either way, we've played straight into her hands.
He doesn't let it show, but there is a limit to how much the consequences of your unprofessional behavior can cost the investigation.
I'm sure you will, Detective. Oh, that would be fantastic, but do we have the time? The world is large and your badge is 8 by 6 centimeters.
The situation might have changed drastically by the time you locate it. Time is of the essence.
You could request a new one from your station, but that would literally take months.
You're back. Good.
Okay, there's
What can
no
I
way
help
I
you
miss an 8 twice, right?
Voila.
Holy shit. You seem rich. Can I have some money? Or help me, I'm poor. I need money to keep living.
Yes, of course. I'm sad to hear that. How much do you need?
She's surprisingly nonchalant about this.
I need
Could it be
130
she somehow
real.
knows more?
That's a good sum. Not too small, not fantastically large.
Oh my god.
She removes a few notes
Oh
and
my
hands them to you.
god.
The paper is cold and oily to the touch.
So, I hope I didn't just bribe you, officer. It may not be technically illegal under the Emergency Act, but still.
I'm getting my head around this whole money concept. You were just helping.
You're right, ma'am, that donations are permitted under the Emergency Act, unseemly as it may be, as long as they are properly logged with the precinct.
Which he most certainly will do. Now, how else can I help the RCM today, besides supplementing its salaries?
Tell me about this alleged drug traffic.
It's quite straightforward. Someone is using Terminal B to smuggle raw ingredients from the Samar and Isola into Revachol with the Union's blessing. Wild Pines has suspected it for years.
Ingredients for what, ma'am?
Meth and dextroamphetamine, GBL, and various synthetic psychedelics. Honestly, it might be quicker to say what you can't make from the stuff. Yes, after they clear the terminal, we lose track. The actual production is taking place at various sites in and around Jamrock Quarter.
Damn, there's drug
north of
factories
here.
here?
Wild Pine seems to be well apprised of the local drug trade, man. Do you mean to say the Union also produces the product? Sells drugs, I mean?
We're in logistics. It's our business to know. And no. As far as the company knows, the Union does not produce
Interesting.
it. They transport the ingredients for a cut.
You want us to investigate?
Yes, but you won't get anything out of Evrat and the Dock Workers Union. Still, every chain has its weak link.
The handoff. The motor lorries at the roundabout.
Precisely. Someone needs to move the ingredients from the harbour into the city. Once they reach Jamrock, they're distributed to a network of local manufacturers well beyond our grasp. But in transit, they're vulnerable.
Oh, okay. I'm busting out my notebook. Wait, is there a notebook in the game? Can I take manual notes? No, there's just the quest journal. Okay, I'm pulling out my notebook. I'm taking some notes right now. Because I'm gonna forget before I play this game again. Okay. Drug trafficking. Ask drivers.
Perhaps you've noticed that a number of lorries are tangled in a traffic jam at the roundabout just now. Interview the drivers who are still hanging about. One of them might be waiting for a crucial shipment.
Her irises are light green, like the river Esperance in
Okay, I took
daylight.
notes.
Upstream.
Don't accidentally become fascist? That's a thing you can do?
I'll be explicit. If you find this driver, I will share company secrets with you. No. We asked East Motor Track to raise the drawbridge. The road company is a partner of one of our subsidiaries. However, this is a limited time opportunity. Once the complaint has been processed by the trade committee, they'll have no choice but to lower the drawbridge, and the operation will continue. Thousands of litres of raw ingredients will pour onto the streets of Revachol. Not the east across the river, but the west. The vulnerable, the weary.
Well, at least this solves one mystery.
What is that, Lieutenant?
Why I had to call East Motor Track and beg them to open the drawbridge for me. I'd wondered since I first drove in, on my motor carriage.
I am sorry for the inconvenience, Lieutenant Kisaragi, but we need them trapped here. This is a unique opportunity. I'm sure you understand. Yes?
We'll see. We will take this case, probe the driver, and see what it yields.
Excellent. According to my reports, there are at least 3 lorry drivers lingering near the roundabout.
Hopefully one of them will know
Hopefully one of them will know something. It may come to nothing, or it may just blow the case wide open. I can keep the drawbridge up for a few more days at least. You should have the time you need. In the meantime, let me know if there's any other way I may be of assistance. Of course, Detective. Take care.
Okay. We're no closer to cracking open the dead man case, and we just took on a new one. My gun is missing. My badge is missing. We need to open the door to get this man on ice sooner rather than later. But we got the money to pay off the damages. And we have some solid information on where to pick up.